we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Gap.
There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna get camera plugged in. Look at that unicorn
Hey.
over there. Hey, who's that? Who's that? Who's that?
And it's me, Jane. Please don't call me John anymore, okay? Because that would be dead naming. And you would be a bigot. for doing
Jane, you ignorant
that.
slut.
That's right.
Hey folks, how are you doing tonight? Happy Halloween. We've got ourselves a little Halloween Spooktacular going on. And I think we've got everybody here that we need. We've got Jane. Jane, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, Robert. How are you doing?
Doing fine.
All right.
I think you're sexy.
Thank you.
I'm glad that we finally have someone sexy on the show. And
right.
you brought your unicorn girlfriend with you?
It's my trusty steed.
Every
if
couple
you will.
needs a unicorn.
That's right.
Every couple needs a unicorn. Folks, it's Cameron in the house.
Cameron.
Cameron, how are you doing? Cameron, everyone's seen Cameron. And is that a real
Guys.
unicorn?
Get a little closer
No,
to the mic.
that was not a real unicorn. That was the new fake unicorn that we've been trying to use.
Happy Halloween, Robert and John. Jane. Oh, Jane, my apologies.
Wow.
Just
I'm
assumed.
getting triggered. Oh my god.
Isn't it
So
amazing what they do
triggered right
very
now.
quickly? They forget your name. So we've got this big Halloween Spooktacular going on. We got 3 hours of Generational Gap flowing in for you right up until the witching hour with the witch, Jane.
Thank
I mean, you're
you.
kind of a witch. Wouldn't you say
Oh my
you're...
god. Totally a witch. I mean, look at me. Just fabulous.
Is that what you're calling it?
Oh yeah.
Fabulous?
Fabulous.
I like it when you think you're fabulous. So, Cameron,
Yes.
welcome to the show. Nobody has seen you. You're our special guest tonight.
Very
We
special.
could call you Ed. Special Ed, yes?
Not quite.
With the horse and the whole thing. I mean, we've got a whole special Ed going on. I
It's just in
mean,
my eye.
isn't that how school was for you? Kind of special Ed most of the time?
No, not until high school.
Not till
That's
high
high
school.
school.
Which was the best place, right?
Well, guys, for my first time on the Generational Gap, I have some Halloween gifts for you.
Oh,
No
Snapola.
We've got gifts. We got gifts. Well,
I
before
want
you
gifts.
present your gifts, let me throw something out there, folks. We are doing a live stream for St. Jude's tonight. We are on a hunt for I'd say $500. We got 3
Yeah.
hours, so I think we
3
can
hours,
try
we
and
can do
raise
it.
$500, right?
Hell yeah.
I think we can do that. So if you haven't donated to anything lately, and if you have, I don't give a shit. Donate anyway, because
This is more important.
St. Jude's is one of our favorite charities. They do lots of great stuff for kids with cancer. They do great things for their families. Make sure that they're able to get in there and get the kind of help that they need for their kids when they don't have money, etc. So if you haven't already,
I can't even drink my beer.
I thought you would be old.
I know you can't drink beer anymore. It's fattening.
Right?
That's
See?
that you asked for.
Oh, yeah. I need to grab that soon.
trans world problems.
I know. It's so.
Trans
So
world
hard
problems. But anyway, so if you look down in the description, it should be there. If you may need to refresh your screen, but we got a link there to the GoFundMe that we are supporting tonight. Bounce over there, throw your donations in, and it'll be a great help. We've already had a couple of people donating before we ever got started with the stream, which is awesome. Let's throw it out to Cameron, who made the first donation. He got firsties. Ooh, I got to do it the other way because my camera's reversed on me. Ooh, that's going to take some getting used to. There you are. All right.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, thanks for the donation. I think we also saw Stephen Ignoramus through something at us
Yes,
as
yes,
well,
he did.
didn't he? He was a big man on campus with that. Having said that, before we go too far, John, while we're on this charity stream, can you go ahead and there's what is it, December?
Yes.
You have something
yes.
planned in December?
Yes, we have something planned collectively.
Oh, do we?
The Generational Gap community collectively has something planned on Friday, December 6th. We will be doing the 12-hour live stream for another charity, Toys for Tots this time, since it's closer to the Christmas season. We can give some toys to some needy kids who wouldn't otherwise get any. So I think that's a great cause, and don't let that deter you from giving tonight, though, because we're here for tonight, for St. Jude's, so that those kids can get some medicine. That's more important, I think, than toys.
Yeah. Sounds like a Stephen King book, Needful Children.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Needful Children. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Toys for Tots at Christmas. That's the way to go. That's what we want to have happen. We want to now that one we're gonna try and raise at least $1,000, and
I would say
on the
probably
line
1,500
and on the line is the
beautiful
beard.
man's beard.
John's beard is on the line
My feminine
once again.
beard is my feminine beard is on the line.
Do
So-
not let another 12-hour stream go by and John walk away with that fucking disgusting beard,
Look at it.
because it's just
Well, actually, as a feminine beard, it's both stunning and brave, and so you need to love it.
Robert, if I may say something. I want this beard off so badly, guys. Any amount of money put toward helping kids is money well spent. So please donate to help both St. Jude's and Toys for Tots and get this ugly thing
What?
off Jane's
How
face.
dare you? Beautiful feminine beard. I got hair in my mouth.
You do realize that this is Movember, right? Coming up, Movember, the big move. That I don't know if you saw it in the Discord channel that Jake from Freedom scooped through in there. The article that they're going to
Apparently
be
the link is still not in the description, according to our own Midget B. Who wouldn't
try
lie
to
to us?
refresh on that. It should have updated.
Try it again.
I can't even see comments from where I'm
sir.
sitting.
Because it says it updated. It said so. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been
Maybe.
wrong before.
But
But I can, on the other hand, I can make sure and get it out of there. I can find a way. I know what to do. Maybe. Or at least I can act like it. Yeah, you don't know where to point, do you?
Yeah,
You just don't
it
know
takes
where
some
to
getting
point. I don't know which way to
All right.
point.
I'm gonna give you these gifts.
yes, give us you can give me the gift while he's fucking around with the link.
All right. Well,
What you got there?
happy
Cameron?
Halloween, happy Samhain, Jane.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to give you some pamphlets that I think are really good causes that I think you can support. I would love
Okay.
to read it out to the world they can see. I think you would really.
You want me to
appreciate
read
that.
commie propaganda?
No, just at the top, the front page. I know.
Don't hit the mic, you
Oh,
amateur.
sorry. I kind of.
Oh my god.
I feel like it's something you can get.
Yeah,
give a
yeah,
hoot,
this
man.
fucking
Give a
commie.
hoot.
No, you read the commie propaganda.
I gave
I'm not
my wonderful best friend Jane a pamphlet.
All
This
right.
is for industrial workers of the world. That's the wrong. I'm trying to hold it up. Whatever. Industrial workers of the world.
You don't have the camera in front of you right now. He's messing around with the links.
The Orlando Workers League is a revolutionary socialist organization fighting to build working class power in Orlando and beyond. We fight for the liberation of all working class people. We give a hoot about
Yeah,
injustice.
keep going.
That's it. Now you're a member. Congratulations.
Oh yay! I took the socialist oath.
Just gonna put it there for you.
Oh
Should
my
I put it
god!
back?
Here, I'll just put it on my head. No.
Hey,
You're
do me a favor, John. Check your
Midget
stream.
B said it's good. Yes,
Oh, okay, it is
right.
there. It did show
There
up.
we go.
So
Now we got commie propaganda on my head.
Just like you always wanted.
wasn't that wig enough?
Apparently not.
All right. So now that we've got that straightened out, we've got a GoFundMe link for the kids set up. Moving on now, Cameron. If I'm not mistaken, I heard that you had gifts for both of us.
Yeah, I got commie propaganda. I wouldn't get your hopes up for anything exciting.
Robert.
See, the sad thing is I can make use of commie propaganda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Promise
That's how you-
propaganda, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
And
use
I
it
be-
for,
I'm
you,
just-
you
I'm
use it for
believing the
Tinder to set communist buildings on fire.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, I got you something much more special, much more heartfelt.
Oh
I'm
shit.
giving you the finger.
Oh, you got the
I'm
finger.
giving you 3 actually. 3 fingers.
Excellent.
You're gonna have to start with 1 and work your way up to 3. I'm not some
He
sort
can't
of
fit all. He can't fit them all at the same
Well,
time.
yeah.
I'm
He
not
used to
some
be.
sort of-
He used to be a 5-finger guy, and now it's.
I mean, they'll all 3 fit.
No, these
I
are
mean,
bigger
if it's
fingers.
worked right.
No, these are bigger. These are all like middle fingers. So collectively, they're just bigger. you know.
Oh, so you should have got 5, so you could have done the Manson song where he's like,
If you'll give me a moment,
we're
let me
not
get
a
these.
band
Let me
with
get
5
these.
middle
Where
fingers.
are
They're
they?
all middle fingers, so I already had to, it was 2 people that I had to dismember,
Motherfucking
right?
hand.
2 middle fingers, and then another middle finger on another person. So, gotta keep a
I
low
have
profile.
fingers. I have fingers, replete
5
with
middle
bones.
fingers on a motherfucking hand. Yeah, man.
I could put those, glue those on my shirt. Thank you, Cameron. That's good. I've
Now I'm
never
gonna have
had
that sound
someone
sick,
finger
man.
me so much on Halloween.
That's right. All right. So what do we have? What else we got here? Since we're
Well, that's
going,
it. That's all I got.
All right. See
we're
you
gonna
guys.
go. Thanks for shopping in, folks. The next 3 hours is just going to be quiet air, but please donate.
Actually, we'll just be reading from Das Kapital for the next 3 hours.
I can get it. Puts
I
me to
don't-
sleep every
I
night.
put it down. You got the audiobook
Next to my
read by
light.
Karl Marx himself.
But now, I know that Cameron is a little bit tight on time. It's about the only thing tight on him. So,
Whoa.
so anyway, Cameron, as you folks might remember, did come up with a Jim Gap
By the
spooky
way, I'm gonna be smoking one of these
quiz-tacular,
right next to you.
and that is trademark
Okay.
pending. So
It
Cameron, you put together a fancy little quiz for us that
I
I
did.
get to win and John loses.
I only have it. There's 8 questions. Only 5 of them are rigged. So it's really,
Okay.
it's a toss-up. Either one of you guys can win.
Only 5 are rigged. Great. It's like taking.
Are we
a
being
driving
graded on a
test again.
curve?
Well, no, you wanted multiple choice, but instead of making a multiple choice, I made him just,
Yeah.
guess your answer. But I made them so easy that even you guys can.
He's going to grade us on the curve of your luscious breasts.
So if you guys
Fuck
want to,
yeah.
if you guys want to do this now, I'll explain the rules here. There's 8 questions. Okay. Odd questions are going to start with John. Even questions are going to be Robert in order of who says it. So you're both going to give
By
me
the
your
way,
answer.
how well can you guys hear everything? Let's make sure we get it.
Are we coming in? Am I coming in clear?
Is this thing on?
Am I coming in
Can you
clear,
hear me
Mom?
now? So you'll both give your answers, and then I'll let you know whether you're right or not. So on odd questions, John will give the answer first. On even questions, Robert will give the answer first. 8 questions. Okay, John versus Robert, the Gen Xer versus the Millennial. The winner
Yes.
will receive absolutely nothing.
Oh.
The theme is, of course, Halloween trivia, and a little bit of sprinkle of our wonderful, efficient government. Right? And other governments across the world. You guys ready for this?
Other lesser governments.
Lesser
Always.
governments.
Yeah, you might want to hide that from
The
me.
prank is he used
Alright.
the word
I can see it
efficient.
once in a while. You're bad at hiding your poker hand. No wonder you can't win.
Oh,
Oh,
my
get
goodness.
him.
It's been a long time since I've won. I'll tell ya.
Yeah, there's a reason why they call those pocket cards and not show to everybody cards.
Right.
Suddenly there's 6 rigged questions.
Oh, damn.
All right, question number 1. John will get the answer first. There will be no Halloween costumes of this beloved childhood character, thanks to President Xi Jinping and his nationwide censorship.
Oh, that's an easy one. Winnie the Pooh.
Robert,
Winnie
what's
the
your answer?
Pooh.
Could you repeat the question, please?
There will be no Halloween costumes of this beloved childhood character, thanks to Chinese President Xi Jinping and his nationwide censorship.
Oh, then that.
It could be a number
Well,
of them,
hold on.
but that's the
right.
main
I was
one,
just gonna
yeah.
say, do I go with Winnie the
It could
Pooh
be any
or
of them. South Park.
any South Park character?
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
PewDiePie
lean
as
towards
well.
Winnie the. Well, he's not a beloved character.
How dare you?
Watch
Who
me.
you
I
say
just said it
originally?
live.
Who we said originally?
I said Winnie the Pooh.
Who's not a beloved character? What'd you
Oh,
say?
PewDiePie is not. Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
according to
No,
him.
come on.
What?
With a name like
Subscribe to
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie. Oh, Echo. There's a lot of Echo apparently.
No, I'm gonna have to. I'm
My
gonna have to
end's
go
a
with
bit
Winnie the
echoey.
Pooh as
Hey,
well.
Robert, my end's a bit echoey. Steven says Jane's end is a bit echoey.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, guys. Robert's
It's
not
right,
willing
it's
to fix
because
it.
you're further from your mic than I am. If you were closer.
Sorry, guys.
Is your final answer? What's your final answer?
I said I'm gonna have to go with Winnie the Pooh because it just makes more sense
You
than
can't
trying
pick
to
the
pick
same
a.
one I did.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, the answer.
I know. I'm just messing.
Yes, I can go with the right answer, John.
Winnie the Pooh is the correct answer. You both have 1 point. We're only 1 question out. It might be midnight before we finish this quiz, for God's sake. All right. Second question. Robert will give the answer first. Donald Trump's very smart head that's very good at words was the inspiration for this terrifyingly realistic pumpkin. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The original Halloween jack-o'-lanterns were actually turnips and originated from this country. I'm gonna let the Jen, glad the internet see this again. Isn't that just a spitting image?
So you said they were originally turnips,
Beautiful.
and it was
Like
done
me.
in what country?
What country? You get the first answer?
Turnips. Turnips. Ah,
I
the
think that's
easy
an
answer
easy
is
one.
to say Transylvania.
That's dumb.
No, it's just I'm gonna say Romania.
Romania? All
I
right.
guess.
John, what is your answer?
It is my favorite
Russia.
lettuce.
Romania and Russia?
Yep.
I don't have you got it wrong button. The air horns were correct, so just no. You guys both got it wrong. The answer, Ireland.
Oh.
Damn, John!
I feel,
Well, you
I feel like
I
John
should
should
know
lose a
everything
point for that.
goddamn about Ireland.
You
I
must
really
have just
thought-
fallen off the turnip truck.
I love it. That was wonderful.
Oh, cha-cha-cha-cha.
All right, both tied at 1 point. Question number 3.
Jane, you ignorant bitch.
Thank you.
Nobody really likes turnip jack-o'-lanterns. Turnip jack-o'-lanterns were mostly carved from democracy-hating degenerates that we'll simply refer to as non-Americans. We all know
Basically.
that patriotic, freedom-loving pumpkins are the true jack-o'-lanterns. This American state grows the most pumpkins, approximately 5 times more than any other.
Ooh.
John has to give the answer first. It's not a state, John.
Oh, it's not?
No.
It should be.
It's the capital of the state.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rhode Island. Rhode Island.
I'm gonna go with, I have no basis. I don't know where pumpkins grow.
Well, it's not Rhode Island, so you have a 1
I
in
thought
49
this
chance.
was supposed to be multiple choice, wasn't it?
Come on, the rest of them are easy. This
No,
one's easy
it's
too. Like,
it's not.
Well, you should have known
Kentucky.
Ireland. You should have known that
I
last
should
one.
not have known Ireland. It wasn't about potatoes. I don't know.
Just throw a dart. You got 49.
Yeah,
You got
Kentucky.
49. Kentucky. Robert,
Yeah,
what do you think,
fuck
buddy?
it.
Okay, the last of the question again. The meat
there we
of the
go.
question.
This American state grows the most pumpkins, approximately 5 times more than any other.
The state that grows the most pumpkins is going to be.
Oh, Anna Voltis donated $10. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
You're awesome. Let me see if I can read his.
I'm going to say that.
Children
I'm gonna
need
say
good care, says Anna
Nebraska.
Voltis.
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
You are both wrong.
Yeah, I
Damn
figured.
it.
The answer is Illinois.
Illinois.
I
Well,
knew
we
it
don't
was
need
some-
that.
I
commie
was
state
afraid
anyway.
it was going to be further north.
But yeah, Anna Voltis says children need good care. That's his comment on the GoFundMe. Thank you again. You were
Oh, we
awesome.
got a donation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, still
Keep
tied
them
at
coming,
1.
folks. Keep those donations coming. We'd love to see them, and if we reach $500, we'll have reached $500.
Yeah, that's right. We never came up with something.
I know. If we reach $500, Jane will go on a date. Whoever donated the most money.
How about if I?
Yeah, I'll do that. But you gotta pay though.
Take her somewhere fancy.
I've got
Of
some
course,
talk.
I'm not a cheap hoe. Okay, you better fucking. You gotta
She
take
loves
me out.
Texas de Brazil.
Yes.
Oh, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a good
I
wingman.
want a steak. I want all the whiskey I can drink, and that's about it.
On a first date?
Yeah.
Damn.
I put out though. It's alright.
All right.
Okay.
Question number 4.
Why are donations suddenly going away from GoFundMe? What the hell's going on?
Demonetized.
Right? Stephen Ignoramus is like, God, why did I put 50 in?
Right. I started. Ooh.
Oh, Brandon
Wasn't me.
Sullivan in the chat. What's up, man?
All right. Question number 4. Don't let Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's good looks distract you, John.
I was
Or
never
she will
This
cast
was-
a dark spell on your pathetic capitalist
closer
ambitions.
to the mic.
Is this an even question?
It is.
It's
Then
mine,
you're
yeah.
talking to me.
Well, no, he was distracting.
Oh,
me.
you just like hugging.
Yeah, he's
Gotcha.
the filthy capitalist.
Oh, gotcha.
Malus Maleficarum was the go-to manual for centuries in dealing with these iconic Halloween characters.
Poltergeist.
You say poltergeist? What do you say, John? Did you pull something, bud?
No, I think
His attorney is acting up again.
Yeah. So what do you think, John?
Ask the question again.
Malus Maleficarum was the go-to manual for centuries in dealing with these iconic Halloween characters. I really should have been paying attention to the first part of the question, which I'm not going to repeat again. You were too busy hating on AOC.
I was.
I know what it is.
I know you know what it is.
I know what it is.
I don't know.
You're gonna pass?
I'm gonna pass.
Oh, what a lame ass.
I don't know anything about Halloween.
How many iconic
You
Halloween?
get the point, but why don't you say it?
Oh,
It's fine.
witches.
It's witches.
It's
isn't it?
witches.
It's
Oh,
witches.
Midget B gave me the answer, to be fair.
I'm under the impression that the chat has at least 3 points, and you guys have
The
1.
chat has only answered one question.
Well, just
Well, then
in
time
my
you.
defense,
Yeah.
I thought of poltergeist first because of malice, but it was the second word. Then I realized,
Hey,
oh,
guys,
that's what they would have used. To
Are we
say
still
for
echoing?
witches.
Am I still echoing?
We're all probably
Don't let
echoing.
Echo.
AOC's good looks distract you, or she will cast a dark spell.
Oh, well,
Oh,
lots
come
of
on,
things
guys.
cast
These are all-
spells.
Well, our
Wizards,
poltergeist,
sorcerers.
This isn't D&D,
Oh.
Joe.
yeah, our poltergeist
bards have
iconic
spells.
Halloween characters.
Well, ghost, poltergeist, yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought that one was an easy. I really thought like,
I was
we're
thinking
dumb.
poltergeist,
You
ghost.
just accounted for our lack of IQ.
all right, 4 questions down, it's 1-1. All right.
We suck.
Number 5. This one starts with John. Vampires are evil creatures of the night. Famous
Yes.
monsters such as Dracula, Count Olaf, Edward Cullen, and Rudy Giuliani have lived for centuries and invoked fear in children everywhere. The fear of Halloween itself is called what?
Oh, fear of Halloween? Oh, God. I don't know. There's probably some stupid name. It's probably not like Halloweenophobia or something dumb like that.
That would be really dumb. You
That
should
would.
not. You should not make that your answer.
I'm gonna go with like Samhainophobia or some shit.
That's also pretty dumb.
It is really dumb, but those names never have anything to do with the actual fear itself. So how am I gonna guess that? I'm gonna have to go with that.
Samhainophobia.
Yeah.
Robert, what do you think?
I was in chat, so repeat.
Derp. Yeah.
There's not an extra set of headphones that can jack into the headphone setup we have. So he's saying that's why he's echoing, but it's because the 2 open mics in the room and you guys are further away from you.
Yeah.
Trying to share one, so that's why it's pulling echo. I
Well,
think more than
let's
anything.
get closer and speak a little softer. Speak a little softer.
All right. So anyway, the question again, please.
The fear of Halloween is
Mhm.
called what?
There was more to that question than that.
Well, there was a build-up
Yeah.
about vampires.
But that's where
and
the
some
answer's
bullshit.
at.
It's where the answer was that last question, but
Yeah,
that didn't help you, did
necessarily
it?
every time.
The fear of Halloween itself. Do 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 do.
Who the fuck even knows that?
I know.
I mean, how is
I
that?
was like, let me guess. You had to Google that, didn't you?
No, I know the answer to this. I knew the answer to 6 of these 8 off the top of my head.
Okay.
Fear of
Oh yeah,
Halloween.
Ed, I'm getting closer. Check out my commie propaganda. See it? Oh yeah.
Probably just want
Fear? I don't know. I mean, I have
to.
no clue.
Fear of Halloween is called fear. Fear of phobia.
Sure.
Phobia.
Yeah.
No, that's not correct.
John was right though.
Hold on, before you tell the answer, anybody in chat, without Googling, knows what the fear of Halloween is called? Without Googling, because I'll know if you Googled. I'm watching
Fact check
the
true, Steven.
analytics right now.
I'm gonna give the answer though.
I did give you an answer, right? Who did?
Samhainophobia.
Oh!
Either he's the luckiest guesser in the world, or he took a gander at my pick, my favorite.
You saw it on the sheet, didn't you?
No,
There's no way you knew that.
because it's the only other word I know for Halloween.
He did mention earlier that he was
Samhain.
copping a look at my paper.
I
What
did
is-
not.
What does that even mean?
Samhain. It's
Yeah.
a holiday. Samhain comes
It's-
first.
Yeah.
Halloween is a poser.
Is that what it used to be
It's,
called
it's an
somewhere?
Irish
Samhain.
word.
Yeah.
Irish.
Yeah.
Why did the
It's
Irish
celebrated on the
associate with-
wheel of
they
the
don't know
year.
anything about Halloween?
Yeah, they do. They invented
Oh,
the damn
that's
thing.
right. They invented it because they had to make an excuse for all the shit they were seeing because they were so drunk.
Yeah.
Got it.
Exactly.
It's celebrated on the wheel of the year. It's the last holiday in the wheel of the year, actually. It's wonderful.
It's a goddamn demon
Well,
holiday.
you know what?
It's
Say what you
so
want, but
sick.
John is leading now, 2-1.
It's of the devil.
Well, yeah, obviously.
All right, we got 3 questions to go. Robert's got some catching up to do. And you get to start here. Number 6. Donald Trump loves both taco bowls and the Mexicans. He said so himself.
He did.
But I bet he's never tried this OG Halloween snack. Performing what we now know as trick-or-treating, children and beggars from the Middle Ages went door to door asking for this treat.
Oh, I used to know this, I swear.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
The microphone kind of enhanced it, so.
I forget what it is. I used to know this.
Wow, that is a tough one.
Yeah.
Did you say sweet treat or just Halloween treat?
Treat.
Treat.
I'm the only sweet treat in this room right now.
Midget says it was candy corn, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
no, it was the
it.
original word for it, and I can't remember what that is now.
Oh, he asked us that in
Yeah, I
damn
know.
chat.
I know, and that's what the answer's gonna be. I betcha.
How was that? Chicken feed. There it is.
Chicken feed?
That's what it was. Chicken feed. I don't know. I'll say that.
I'm gonna answer the
if
same thing.
I'm gonna supposed to say chicken
Yeah.
feed? Middle Ages, guys. Middle Ages.
Well, they were making lumps of sugar.
I mean,
think.
bread.
And I'm gonna go with cookies.
Oh,
The answer was soul cakes. They were called soul cakes.
Who the fuck knows that?
Instead of trick-or-treating, it was called souling. They went, beggars and children went door to door asking for soul cakes.
Who knows this?
This is one of the ones that I knew. But I also celebrate Samhain.
yeah, he's a filthy pig and a
He's a-
socialist at the same time.
He's
Fucking
possessed by
degenerate.
the
I'm
devil.
the best of
He's a degenerate,
everything.
But I'm the one that's over here trans.
I'm the best of
You're
everyone.
degenerate.
Best of everyone drinking a beer. All right, well, 2-1.
Did he bring you beers like he was supposed to?
No. I
This
don't
See,
think
is-
so.
aren't you glad you had foreskin?
Yeah, I am glad.
To go with your foreskin?
This is the.
Hey, I don't have any foreskin, alright?
This is the equivalent of the fourth quarter,
You got
guys.
a little on your lip.
Here, you want me to touch up? Want me to touch you up a little bit? Then?
No, that's alright. That was bad enough the first time. Jesus, dude, I was putting this fucking eyeliner on.
You
or
know,
he
zoom
was
in.
putting this
Zoom in so the
eyeliner on,
internet can see it.
And oh my god, it was the worst experience of my life. I will never do it again. It was absolutely terrible.
And the sad thing is,
You can't even really see it.
he
Well,
didn't
he kept
even
cl-
put it where it's supposed to.
He kept closing his damn eyes and he wouldn't open them.
Because you know
That's
that's supposed to
sucks.
go on right on the lid, right
I
there.
know
that
where it's
touches your
supposed to
eye.
He
go.
wouldn't. He was so
I
stubborn.
couldn't do
It's
it.
so
so
difficult.
easy to
I
put
couldn't
on,
do it.
John.
Why didn't you put it on then? There you go.
Well, I've got more
Because
experience than him.
I'm not an 80s metalhead anymore.
You were a 60s metalhead, weren't you?
1860s.
I was born in the 60s.
Yo, grab me another beer real quick, man. What are you?
Always.
What are yours?
Oh my god.
What are y'all's? We need another beers.
All right, we got 2 questions to go there, gentlemen. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, question number 7.
Why are none of my chats coming through on the screen tonight, I wonder?
Oh, Ed asked who the third dude is. That was Cameron. You've seen him in the chat before.
Hi there.
Yeah, he's the filthy socialist that shows up once in a while.
Very clean. The cleanest socialist you will find.
There's no such thing. You know, on the outside you might be clean, but on the inside just filthy. Filthy.
Can you
Soul.
imagine?
Your soul is
Pagan socialist too. We already touched up on that.
Yeah, we did.
Pagan socialist.
Yeah.
All right.
The company you keep. You know, now I got Marxist propaganda on my head. God damn it.
He's happy about it secretly. He loves it. Question number 7. How about a magic trick? I'm not really good at magic,
No.
but this famous magician was, at least until he died, on Halloween night. This is an odd question, which means John starts first.
Oh.
Famous magician,
Super fucking easy.
Yeah.
famous
you
magician,
Houdini?
died. You say Harry Houdini?
Yeah.
What do you think, Robert? Maybe it's so easy that it's a trick question.
Could be. It probably is. That's the only one I can think of.
No, I'm going to say Houdini as well because I'm pretty sure it was on Halloween.
I'm pretty sure
I
it
really
was.
should just
too.
have this thing on the ready so I can do it
Yeah.
and get the correct answer. Because the answer is Harry Houdini. I love that.
Isn't it great?
All right, we're down to our last question. John leads Robert 3-2. All comes down to... I do not have a tiebreaker, so... Robert, don't get it right. Or John, get it right. I don't have a tiebreaker question. I'll have to come up with one on the spot. All right. Question number 8. And it's for Robert, which is perfect, because I noticed you don't have a costume on.
I did.
Bitch.
It's not too late, though. eBay has a great sale on a disguised costume of this Democratic 2020 Democratic candidate. Only $32.99. A disguised costume of this Democratic candidate.
You keep throwing that disguise word in there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, is this a trick? Disguise. So it's a guy.
Okay, so when it says
Disguise,
It's a disguise.
So the disguise costume, the candidate, it's very, very realistic of the candidate. It's not like a mask of this candidate. It is a disguise costume because it's very, very similar in
I'm going to go
appearance.
with, it's a tough one between the two, but I'm going to go with Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. What do you think, John?
I'm also going to go with Bernie Sanders.
Is that the safe bet just because you're leading 3-2?
I mean, obviously it is, but no, I think that would be the one to do.
Because it's either him or Biden. But I mean,
Right,
there's
who wants
not
a
much to
Biden
do with
mask?
Biden.
The only one
right?
you'd want a mask of.
Oh, no, there is
Sanders.
Cory Booker, because who wouldn't want...
Well, that would be blackface.
Who wouldn't want to... No. You just got to...
Mask.
Bug eyes.
Yeah.
Still.
Bug eyes like they're about to fly out of your head.
The answer,
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
John wins.
Jane
Jane wins. I did name myself.
wins.
Jane says...
That's right.
4-3. Jane is our first annual 2019 Halloween Spooktacular champion.
Woo! I'm a badass bitch. Fuck yeah, stunning and brave. Everyone applaud me in the chat, otherwise you're
By
gonna
the
get
way, let's give one more final parting view of this wonderful. This is just my favorite thing that I have seen. Look, even the hair on the pumpkin, it just looks like him. It's just wonderful.
Perfect.
I love it. God.
Oh, dude, Midget B coming in with $50. He says, "Your mother."
Your mother too, Midget B. Thank you
Yeah,
so much
your
for your
mother
donation,
too.
bud. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
I like it. So where are we at now? What's our total? We need a grand
Oh,
total.
yeah,
We need a total count.
We're
We need
over-
a number.
we're over
We need a
100.
number.
Well over. Let me get the email back up. Go fund me.
Can you do it, John? Can you make it?
I might be able to.
I believe in you.
Believe in my general direction, please. 130.
Woo!
Yes.
Nice. I like 130.
We are 22.5% of the way there.
Badass.
Keep it coming, guys. St. Jude is an awesome organization. The more we can
Yes.
donate, the more we're helping out kids. Always money well spent.
Yes, indeedy. So what else do you have for us there, Cameroon?
I've got nothing. It's up to you guys to
Oh,
entertain
shit.
the chat now. You guys are pretty experienced with it, I imagine.
That would be up to them to decide, I suppose.
You just nervously looked at your time clock.
Yeah, I was like,
It's 2.5 hours.
It's only been in half an hour. That's alright. We'll be having some guests on here soon.
You said 130, right?
130. Yep.
All right, I got our tally on the screen.
Badass.
But our
Look at
chat
that.
is not working, and I think it's because Cameron broke it.
Probably fucking Cameron. God damn it.
Having to do it the
That's
hard way.
socialist
So I
good,
don't,
man.
oh, shit. So
That's
I don't know
a
if
socialist
anybody's
good.
talking on D-Live right now.
So, does anyone have any questions for a socialist? A real life, in the flesh socialist?
Where?
Wait, let's get him.
Pseudo. Democratic socialist. Yeah, for real. I mean it.
It's a turd with a sprinkle on with sprinkles on it instead of just a regular turd.
Yeah, but the rainbow sprinkles. They're not like brown sprinkles that make it just look like a turd.
That's true.
Yeah.
At least they're rainbow sprinkles.
From a distance, it looks like a whoopie pie.
At least the bread lines will be fabulous. You know, lots of rainbows around.
So, Cameron, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk a little bit about your? I guess the best way to call it is your future aspirations.
No, not particularly.
All right.
I really don't. What do you
Like,
game
what
are
do you wanna
playing?
be when you grow
that was
up?
not a game.
Like what you want to be
When I
when
grow
you grow
up.
up?
I'm 28. My best years are behind me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we have the restream bot. It should just go through YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. There
Yeah.
it should be streaming right there on the screen, but with all the jumps and changes, for some reason it's not streaming up to it. It should be pulling everything there.
Oh, weird.
Remember, we've had the chat there.
That's
on the
right.
screen lately?
That's right. So,
It's not racism. It's democratic racism.
That's right. Exactly.
See, that sounds like a turtle with sprinkles on it.
See, what's the difference? I mean, it's really different than regular racism.
So while I got you here, they voted for the inquiry to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy with that?
It's not coercion.
I don't know
It's
if-
democratic coercion.
I don't know if happy is the right word for it.
It's not violence. It's democratic violence.
I feel like we have enough evidence to show that he did have this call with Ukraine, and that
No,
is
the call
certainly-
happened.
Yeah, and that it certainly is an impeachable offense. The question now.
Wait. You're saying the call itself was an impeachable offense, or what happened during the call?
What happened during the call?
Allegedly.
What happened during the call? Not
Because it's alleged still.
alleged still.
Right.
We'll have to see
I
how it
mean,
goes.
we've got witnesses, and Nancy Pelosi has said, she came out today and she said,
Steven.
it's not meat spin, it's Democratic meat
I
spin.
can't see. What did the great Stephen say?
Right down here.
It's not meat.
Get your eyes checked,
It's
right?
not meat spin. It's Democratic meat spin.
That's right.
Because Pelosi came out today and said that they have what they need to move forward
Better.
with an impeachment. She said they have the nuts and bolts that they need. Now, if that's just her talking, that's fine and well and good, but that's kind of where she's standing. So, anyway, as you were saying, the phone call, we know the phone call went on, but you say that you think that the context was enough?
If the context of the phone call is what
God,
Pelosi
midget.
and others claim to be, then I believe that's certainly an impeachable offense. The concern is if the vote to impeach just goes right down party lines, as it did during the Clinton impeachment trial, when this will do nothing to get rid of Trump, and it will only embolden his 2020 campaign. Impeaching him, ow!
Sorry.
Slapping me with communist propaganda.
Yeah.
Ladies.
You don't have a
Come on.
choice.
Well, okay, so
Power of Marx compels you.
so
Power of Marx compels
do
you.
you
He's been doing it
If-
for years.
if Donald Trump sat down in a witness chair and had to talk to Congress, answer questions at an impeachment trial, is that a good thing for him? I mean, him having to speak off the cuff about things like this, is that?
Well,
I mean, is that good for him? That's
I mean,
not
no,
necessarily-
it's not good for him. But it also, he has how many lies has he thrown out there over the last 3 years? I really doubt that being under oath is going to change his strategy this far into the thing. He's liable to say whatever the hell he wants to, and the problem is Republicans and Democrats, both sides, are at such an impasse ideologically that neither are going to in masse forgo their party. And we got a couple of Republicans who are supportive of impeaching Trump, and we have some Democrats who do not want to do so. But the vast majority are so ideologically juxtaposed at this time that they're not going to change their stance, and Trump might just get away with everything because they don't have the votes to impeach him, they don't have the votes to hold him accountable for all these things he's done.
So real quick, I'm jumping in because we have another $25 donation from Brandon.
Brandon, thank you so much.
Brandon,
You're
way to
awesome.
be there, way to help out the
Hell
kids.
yeah.
We gotta love
Moving right
that
on up.
mess. And you said it was for how much, sir?
$25 dues.
That brings us to a grand total of $155. Thank you very much. That's the way we like to see it.
Quick.
So, go ahead, John.
Oh, I was just saying, moving up quick. That's
Yeah.
all.
So, that's the thing. I mean, it's so. First off, well, I need to.
Can you put the chat up top, please?
What do you mean?
Because there you go.
Well, you know what? I'm trying. I'm trying to make things work. Trying to make it all happen, John. You want to get on the tech stick? Get on it, bitch ass.
Robert's just
These-
jealous because he's
these
no longer
Janes.
in the running to take Jane on the first date.
That's right.
I'm
Not only that,
I'm
but-
stuck. I'm
You
stuck
got a
with
bid.
fucking Jane every Monday and Friday night. I don't want to, and Saturday all day.
But you know
so I don't
what?
want to hear.
Midget B might be taking you on the date now.
No.
He's
the most,
he's
actually,
tied
it
for
was
Stephen
Steven.
Ignoramus.
Yeah, he's tied
So
for
you might have
Steven.
You
you might have to go
three-way.
on a tag team.
Ooh.
That's right. We'll do a three-way. It's all right. I'm down. I got plenty of holes. Don't worry.
You lucky sons of guns, you.
I know.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
Cameron,
Sweet.
since you are basically, we call you the resident expert on presidents.
Yes. Give us some president knowledge.
Okay,
That's
so
what we need.
so the House has voted for the impeachment inquiry and it passed. Does it not have to go through the Senate as well?
It does.
Okay, so if the Senate votes on the impeachment inquiry, it's not going to go through. Or
Correct.
do they not have to vote on this?
You need a 2/3 majority.
No. I'm not talking about impeachment. I'm talking about the inquiry that's going on right now. You don't need 2/3 for the inquiry.
They still have to put a vote. They're on the inquiry now. They still have to put it to a vote whether they are going to go through with impeachment proceedings.
Right, but what I'm saying is, so the House has the inquiry go ahead today. So that means they can go ahead with the inquiry, and then the Senate has to vote on impeachment.
To be honest with you, I'm not certain whether the Senate or the House that votes to get into the impeachment proceedings.
Gotcha.
I believe that it's the Senate, but I might be wrong.
I want to say the 2/3 Senate vote is to go ahead with the impeachment proceedings after the inquiry. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it works.
Well, I know that the 2/3 Senate vote is to convict the president if he was already impeached. Because impeachment doesn't mean impeachment is the trial. So we've had 2 impeachments before.
Right. Well,
Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton were impeached. They weren't convicted.
Right. And Nixon was resigned before he could be impeached.
Yes, Nixon was never impeached.
Okay, something interesting that was put out by the Republicans, and I'm going to ask this because they are fighting the validity of the impeachment inquiry by saying, after a judge ruled when they sued about the inquiry, about having to testify for the inquiry, a judge ruled that the Constitution does not require any kind of vote for the impeachment, the initial inquiry, the regular inquiry that they were doing, that the Republicans stormed in on because they said they were doing it wrong, they were doing it against the law, against the Constitution. They're claiming now that it's because precedence was set with Nixon and Clinton where they did actually vote about, whether or not to start pursuing an impeachment inquiry.
Okay.
Because they had a vote then, that means that they should have had a vote this time around. Can we say, does precedence hold in that if it's not a constitutional requirement for them to start an investigation before the impeachment inquiry?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
I'm asking both of you.
I don't know if it holds precedent because these are just such radically
What I think
different
we should do
actions.
instead is have a bunch of fun facts about presidents provided by our own Cameron, who has encyclopedic knowledge of all presidents. It's ridiculous. Just show your
44
knowledge.
presidents.
Well, I mean, okay. That's more than enough.
There was something we were asking the other day, and it was like, "Where's Cameron?
Yeah, I
we need him
remember
for
what that
this
was.
question." And it was
We
pretty.
were on the air. We're not going to call you when we're on the air.
Should have.
No. That would be rude to use
We
your
might
phone.
take a call in, but we don't do call outs.
Yeah, we don't call out. We call in.
I like it.
But no, that's not a bad idea. Some good presidential trivia, and I'll try and think of what that question was because
Okay.
it was important because we really wanted to know something about any presidents that had had this.
Tell us
happen.
about Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
Yes.
He's dead.
He is dead. That's one.
I knew that one.
I didn't know that. Robert went first. Robert gave you that fact, technically.
He's $10 worth of dead, or is it 20?
Wait. Alexander Hamilton
Which
is
is
on
it?
the 10, isn't he?
Which bill is Jackson on?
Jackson's on the 20.
Yeah,
He's on the
Hamilton's
20.
on the 10.
Hamilton's
yeah.
on the 10. So he's
I
20.
knew that.
He's $20 worth of dead. Soon to be replaced by some chick.
Yeah, it's true.
They're going to get rid of
I
Jackson
know.
for a woman.
Couple of
Jackson
Which is
was
okay, but
super
not
badass,
that there's
though.
anything wrong with that.
Andrew
John
Jackson
is,
was a murderer.
Well, a badass
who
murderer.
wasn't back in those days? I mean, really.
Well, let Cameron give us some.
Not
facts
too
about
many
it.
presidents, to my knowledge, directly murdered somebody else. Now, plenty of presidents have indirectly killed thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Jackson's the only one, to my knowledge, that has ever straight up killed people.
And how did he
Multiple
do that?
people. He was very fond of duels, and he was very quick to anger.
Hold on. But a duel is not considered murder because it's entered
It's
into
mutual combat.
It's mutual combat.
Yeah.
It was considered murder because
Really?
if I recall correctly, in 1801, dueling across the United States was illegal. It was outlawed. In fact,
According to Midget B, Trump canceled the plan to replace Jackson with Tubman.
Did he cancel it, or did something happen to hold that up? Was it actually?
No idea.
I'm trying to determine what the fake news is.
Well,
on
if you
that.
want to look
So I
that
know-
up while he's rambling on about, in a good way.
well, I mean, so when Aaron Burr killed Alexander Hamilton in the duel in 1804, he had to flee New Jersey because it was illegal there, and he was brought to justice, and he was arrested, and he was sentenced to prison. Now he was pardoned, so he didn't have to serve that, but it wasn't illegal even at that time. So, by the time Jackson came around, which was the 1820s, when he was really active politically, he was straight up murdering people for the slightest insult that he perceived. A really cool story about Andrew Jackson is he survived one of the first assassination attempts in U.S. president history. A man hid behind the bushes as he walked through with 2 guns. Ooh, like the microphone. 2 guns. And he jumps up right in front of Jackson at point blank range, and he fires both guns. And wouldn't you know, both guns misfired. Jackson then proceeded to beat this man senseless with his cane. And the only thing that saved this would-be assailant from his own demise was that his own security force had to pull Jackson away from him.
Looking badass.
Like a boss.
Yeah.
The cool thing is these guns are now in a museum, and they've done some testing on these guns, and when they fired them both about 30 different times over different conditions, and they had not misfired once. So, what are the odds that 2 guns would just randomly misfire? Maybe the bullets were scared to leave the chamber, so they knew who they were running towards. Andrew Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, so I got to give Midget P. Midget seems to be correct. Because Trump said that he would oppose replacing Jackson with Tubman because it was pure political correctness. The motivation behind it. Wow, if we could just get that sentiment throughout so much more of this country.
Even, who was it? Wasn't it Obama that came out against woke culture?
I don't, did he?
Yeah.
Recently?
I think it was Obama, right?
Just said something there was something he just spoke on. Somewhere he spoke
Or
and said
cancel
something.
culture or something like that. Yeah, it was one of those.
Well, Harriet Tubman would be a far better depiction on the $20 bill than Andrew Jackson.
Why?
Well, Andrew Jackson's a murderer. Have I mentioned that? Did I bring that up?
It's not a murderer if he's killing people in a duel.
Yeah.
He also began the process of expelling Native Americans in the Trail of Tears. Now that occurred during Martin Van Buren's presidency, but it was Jackson who kickstarted it.
Whoever was
Buren
in charge at the time would have continued with that fucking genocide.
But
so it doesn't.
The fact that that may be true does not excuse Jackson for doing
It
it.
doesn't excuse anybody at that time. But I'm just saying, that doesn't make him any more or less evil than anybody else at the time, because everybody else had the same sentiment.
I feel like that distracts from the fact that it's still morally
Definitely Google Tub Girl.
Morally reprehensible, you mean?
Yes. What did I say?
Apprehensive.
Well, okay. I've got
So, yes, and I understand from a moral standpoint that we could make these arguments about Jackson, but couldn't we make similar arguments about any other presidents during that time period? I mean, maybe not so much the duels, but presidential actions are presidential actions and how they affect people. I mean,
well, of course.
People wanted to get rid of the Native Americans in this country, and it didn't matter who was president. It was going to happen. The Trail of Tears was destined because, shit on Native Americans. That's what Americans were all about at the time. We want this country, and we'll kill anybody to get it.
Well, if you want to look at something else other than maybe moral arguments for Jackson's presidency, let's look at some of his policies. Have you ever heard of the nullification crisis?
No.
It was a big thing with Jackson. So I gotta kind of process this through my mind again here. Jackson proposed a bill that was going to increase tariffs for certain states that could not produce textiles to pay taxes. And this was going to affect North Carolina. North Carolina threatened to nullify the tax, saying that we're going to declare it null in our state. And Jackson ended up passing something called the Force Act, which allowed him to use the Army and Navy to collect these taxes.
Right. Isn't that constitutional, though?
No, having armed tax collectors. How would you feel on April 4th?
I'm talking about being able to collect taxes.
Who did you say did that? Who did you say did that, Cameron?
Jackson.
Andrew Jackson was in charge.
George Washington did that.
That was a little different. The Whiskey Rebellion was a little different.
Not really. He pretty much marched 15,000 troops around and said, "Bitch, you're paying the tax," and that's that.
Well, the tax that Andrew Jackson was proposing was not going to affect every state. It was going to affect only certain states that couldn't afford to pay the correct tax. It was basically there was materials in it as well. So for the Whiskey Rebellion, that was taxed throughout the entire colonies.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the United States.
States. Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. States.
I mean, but if they couldn't keep up with what they needed to do, I mean, each state had a tax burden. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to go get the taxes, right? Especially if they're going against the federal government and saying we're not going to pay these taxes. Well, I mean, what happens today if you say, I'm not going to pay my damn taxes?
Well, yeah,
you go to damn jail. They come to your house
bunkers.
with armed people and take you to jail.
Yeah.
See the irony in this is that you guys are both supporting taxes right now?
I'm not.
No,
I'm
just supporting.
I never said I supported
You want more taxes, Jane.
I don't. Oh, Jane does. Yes, Jane wants all
Jane
taxes.
says.
The 1% need to pay.
We're going to get there.
Taxes
I need to see
are
if I'm holding it up
coolio.
correctly because you got Wikipedia on your computer here. God
Damn it, Robert.
What?
Take the Wikipedia page down.
Minimize Wikipedia. Minimize Pornhub.
This is
Yes,
not
minimize Pornhub.
affecting anything but YouTube.
Right, we can't see us on the camera. I need to make sure I still look good. Alright?
6 out of 10.
Good enough.
Yeah.
No, you rolled a crit fail.
I did at birth, yeah. I rolled a crit
You wrote a crit fail when I was applying the freaking eyeliner on your
Yeah, it's
face.
true. I absolutely did. I failed my Constitution save. Or my will save, I guess.
Open your eyes. I am.
No, I said I can't.
You can't.
Oh man, it was so bad.
I've never
He's
seen.
like poking
I've
my
never
eye
seen.
He was
with a
crying.
pencil. I
He
was
was
not
crying.
crying. I was not.
You
my eyes were
absolutely.
watering.
No, yeah.
They were putting eyeliner in my fucking eye.
And it's not
God
jizz
damn
this time.
That was
Not
horrible.
this time, not this
It
time.
was horrible. I'm so,
What do you think he's doing after midnight tonight?
See, Stephen Ignoramus says, he says Jackson did less than nothing wrong. Jackson paved the way for Warren to get into Yale, so he wasn't all bad. Let's hear it for Stephen Ignoramus.
She should
Dude, it
she should have
sucks.
him a thank you letter.
Steven, get better internet like right now so you can come on. Just do it. So what are you waiting for?
Is he still humming on the internet issue?
Yeah.
Wait, he's got enough to come on our stream, though. He was
I
fine.
don't know.
most
He
of
was
the time.
saying that he said it might be bad. We can try.
Hey,
If it sucks, we can kick him off.
I'm just going to put it out there, Stephen. Kill anything else that's running in the background so that you're just running Discord and a camera and a mic, and you'll come on real easy. It won't be any issue. Just putting it out there because, I like your face. It's better than the options I currently have.
Because he's not here.
Where do you live, Steven?
Washington, D.C. It would be a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah, that'd be a little tough for you.
Congratulations to the Nationals.
Woo! Fuck the Nationals.
Do you know what sport that is?
Baseball.
Alright.
Yeah.
You can.
Jane enjoys sports.
Okay. Okay.
Especially ones with big wooden bats.
What if
I was, it's funny. I was watching.
hitting balls is all over the place?
Who was it? Arsenio Hall just came out with a new comedy special, new stand-up special, and he was talking about race
Hey,
appropriation.
Jersey Linda in the chat. What's up?
What's up, Jersey Linda? Welcome to the charity stream for St. Jude's.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I was gonna make.
St.
it
Jude's.
different.
But he was.
I was gonna do it, but yeah.
Yeah, this is dope.
Well, he already did it, so we're already demonetized and kicked off twice.
But anyway, he was talking about Native Americans and African Americans, and he's like, look at how stupid we are. Look at how the way that we dealt with Native Americans. He's like, we've got football teams, and they just slapped a picture of a redskin, an Indian up there, and thought that was okay.
What?
He's like, could you imagine black people? He's like, you go in there, it's like Negro black guy team, with a big picture of a black guy on the side of the head.
You hard there first.
There used to be actually
I didn't say the N-word.
You did. The other N, the soft N word.
The soft
I
No,
didn't
there
even
was
say that.
there was actually
He
a
did.
there was actually a cigarette brand that was called N-word hair. It really was forever ago.
Who was?
There was a cigarette brand that was
Oh.
called N-word hair, but it was actually, it used the word and all that. But even though I am a trans woman,
God, I hate that.
but I am not a woman of color, so it's not my place to use that word. So I will not be using that word.
So you don't think washed out is a color?
No.
If you guys weren't demonetized before, you sure are now.
Oh yes, yes.
Don't get me started on my my diatribe about trans. I'm so.
Well, please don't do it while I'm here because I'm already very triggered by the attack, the assault, even on
there
my
were
life
trigger
by
warnings.
the eyeliner pen.
Hey, I'm just going to put it out there. I've seen R-rated conservative in the house. I've seen Jersey Linda. I see Mr. Pipe
Yes.
C. He's already down there today for a good 20 minutes. Oh, LBC, Trump on
Here
LBC.
you go.
LBC. What's
Oh my
LBC?
God! Don't hit the mic, you amateur.
LBC. What's
Mr.
LBC?
American.
LBC.
LBC,
Yeah, he said can't wait to see Trump on LBC.
or is that IBC?
IBC? Is that
I don't
an
know.
I? What would either one of them stand for?
I don't know. I suddenly feel a lot dumber now that I'm trans. It's weird. Now that I'm
That's
a
to
woman.
be expected.
Now that I'm a woman, I just feel like I've dropped like 20 IQ.
What are you transing? That's the question. If you're transgender, what are you transing?
Well,
What are you transitioning?
Well, I was assigned male at birth, and
You were assigned.
yes. the
How were
doc-
you assigned?
The doctor assigned me.
Because he put a
male.
penis on you?
Well, no, it's because I was born with a penis.
And that made you male?
Well, that's.
I thought the argument was that that's
No,
that's
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 what I'm
all.
saying. The doctor assigned me male.
He assigned you male.
Right.
So like homework.
Right.
Okay.
And then now I'm, I've always felt like I needed to be, a woman, and now I am.
Leading Britain's convocation.
I have no clue what that is.
Wow. I bet
Yeah.
it's got something to do with Brexit? No?
Maybe.
I don't know.
God, I'm excited.
Apparently-
I'm sure they'll tell us more about
There
it.
are smarter people than us in the chat.
Yeah, you
I
are
just want you to know.
anti-Brexit, aren't you, there, Cameron?
No, I don't have. No, I'm not. I'm not
Oh.
anti-Brexit. I'm pro-Brexit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Can you explain why?
Yeah, because I think that.
Well, no, I didn't know you were going to
I
ask
was
for an
waiting for you to ask all evening.
You want an explanation for what I think?
I feel like one of the best ways for not just our country, but the world powers to kind of have like a soft reset is for a little bit of socio-economic upheaval, and I believe that Brexit could kickstart that. Also, it was voted on by the people, and you got to really think about that. I
I'm
mean,
impressed, actually. I thought you would be totally pro-EU, because you want the most amount of government possible.
the people voted Brexit, and
That's actually a really reasonable position. I'm surprised.
Right? I
I'm surprised.
I thought you were more in line with like your great grandfather's thinking about one united
Yeah.
European
Well,
continent
those are united countries.
under certain rules.
I believe in strong central. I believe in strong.
Did I say
central-
that subtly enough?
I think so.
You got the wink.
Your mustache is coming in fine though.
I believe that a strong central government is important for a nation's overall success.
Okay.
But
Sure.
when it's like multiple nations in one giant thing like the EU, that's a recipe for problems as soon as there's economic upheaval because they are all going to suffer in that regard.
Okay, so then I would make the argument that based off the Constitution and how everything is set up here with states' rights here in America, I mean, if we ran it the way it was supposed to be, this would be 50 small city-states, or countries, as it were, almost, making their own rules with some minor
You want to pull Steven in?
Let's
give
get
it
him
a
on.
shot.
See if I can get him on
Do we have
Discord.
the headphones for Cameron there?
I do have headphones for Cameron.
Yeah. Are they plugged in though?
Oh.
Yes, they should be plugged in.
Okay.
He won't hear anything till I get
I hear somebody. I hear you.
Discord.
I hear you.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
All right, so who am I in with? Okay, so,
Just call them separately.
well, but we're going to be adding in later, right? I'll
then
add
we just
people
add
to
them
it.
There, yeah.
What's his name? Steven something?
Yeah. Something like that.
Let's see if this totally is the stream.
Wow. Oh, it looks like Ed's ready too.
Okay, I knew it.
I'm eating on camera.
You are. That's right. As soon as the socialist revolution.
Oh
comes in.
my God!
Oh,
Here,
hi,
let
Steven.
me get some adjustments
Hey,
going
Steven,
on
how are
here.
you?
I locked everybody down. I got to get Steven in the picture just the way we need him. Okay, time to juggle, folks. The juggle
on
is
air.
coming. The juggle is real.
Oh my God.
There's Robert. There's John. Let me do this. Weep. Let's do this.
We'll get you in a moment, Ed. Don't do not worry. Oh, I love your costume, Steven. Oh my God. I can't hear you. Though.
Look at that, Stephen Ignoramus. Okay, let me get J. Edgar in if I can. What does J. Edgar's name start with? J?
You're doing all this live on the air. I don't think we can hear Steven.
Uh-oh.
We cannot hear the ignoramus.
Steven, check that.
Oh, he can hear us apparently.
You can hear us. All right, so there may be something up with your mic. It should be coming through my audio. No, not yet.
Oh, look at it.
I'm hearing him
Ed?
in real time, but I'm hearing you guys delayed.
That's right.
You can hear Steven?
Oh.
He's,
I can hear
You're
Steven.
the one pulling
Jack, can you hear Steven? We won't be able to hear him with him plugged in.
We have young ears.
Damn it, Cam.
What I do?
You're using the headphones that have.
Hold on, Steven.
Un momento, por favor. Oh, that's cultural appropriation. I'm sorry. Nice.
We have young ears.
Steven, talk again.
Damn it, Cam.
What I
Hey.
Hey, there he is. See, I told you.
Hey.
That's what it is.
Hold on.
do? No, I don't get it.
Now I'm echoing. Por favor. But that's alright. Oh, that's cultural appropriation.
Echoing.
Who's running a stream?
We have
Who,
young ears.
who's got
Somebody's
Steven, talk
running the
again.
stream.
What
Hey.
I
I'm
do?
running the stream.
Hey, there he is. See, I told you.
Hey.
That's what it is.
Hey.
No, I don't get it.
Now I'm echoing. Fucking mess. That's right. Oh, that's cultural appropriation.
Echoing.
Who's running a stream?
We have
Who,
young ears.
who's got
Somebody's
Steven, talk
running the
again.
stream.
What I
I'm
do?
running the stream.
Hey, there he is.
Also,
See, I
the stream
told you.
cannot hear
Yeah,
us
that's what
even
it
though our
is.
headphones go.
No, I don't. Yeah, I can't hear Steven or Edgar now as well.
Yeah, you
What?
got unplugged.
That might have been me. It might have been me.
Oh, that was
It's the
you.
worst day of my life.
Robert.
What was the worst day of your life?
Now,
Right now.
I just got unplugged.
Well, listen, I got assaulted with an eyeliner pencil.
You
so
asked for it.
Oh wow! Just because I'm dressed this way
Ed.
does not mean
You were,
I asked.
you were
Yo.
practically asking that.
Steven.
On you. You
Oh,
look great.
Steven's frozen.
Oh,
Look at him.
like-
Oh, and it's a perfect
It
picture,
is a
too.
great picture. Somebody screen capped
That's going on the Christmas card.
that. Oh,
Yeah, he's frozen on my screen too.
He's coming back.
Feliz
He's coming
Navidad,
back.
muchacho.
Yeah.
There he
I
is.
think we fixed
Hi,
it,
Steven.
Jersey Lender.
Hi.
I think we fixed
Hey, you made it back. You
Hey.
made it back.
it. Hey.
Hola, muchachos.
I still can't.
All right. Woo!
Excuse. Oh.
And I lost everyone again.
I can hear.
That's
something very
Steven.
faint.
That's Steven. That's just Steven. You're not going to see me come in because my camera's being utilized by a different.
Okay.
It's power.
I'll utilize your camera.
Thanks, Midget. It's good to see.
I think my internet
Yeah,
sucks.
we're trying, man. All right?
Well, you know, this would be different if I didn't have you two in-house.
Yeah, I know.
Because we got to do a whole in-house setup versus the regular,
Yeah.
just abroad setup, which throws. Woo! It's fun kinks. Fun
Hello,
kinks.
hello.
I like fun games.
I'll in-house your setup.
Oh damn!
Boy, he's eager for that
I
shit.
know, right?
Stephen Ignoramus.
It's
Oh
frozen
man, that
again.
internet is hurting him.
Yeah.
I
it
feel
really
bad
is.
for
It
him.
is.
Dude,
Yeah.
we wanted you on so
I mean, it's.
bad.
You know what? You go upstairs and you just start breaking every device that might use Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and that. Oh, there he is. I see
He's
blinking.
moving.
He's
Oh.
blinking.
He's alive.
He's alive.
Oh my god. No.
And now he's frozen.
Is he frozen? He just seems to have the same facial expression.
Oh, there he is again. He's
Maybe
moved
that.
again.
No, he's moving. I think that's just him.
Can you
That's just how he rolls.
No.
talk to us, Stephen? Oh, there he
I
went.
think
Oh,
he's doing a robot.
he's going to get frustrated with it soon. Hey,
Welcome.
hi, Stephen.
I still can't hear him. I'm just gonna take these things off.
I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Cool.
Try away.
That's J. Edgar all laid back on the couch there. Oh, damn.
So yeah, what
what's
do
the
you?
name of it again?
You look pretty normal, Ed. What's up?
50 slacker, man.
You're what? 50 slacker?
50 slacker.
50 slacker. Is that like a, I don't know, greaser or something? Is that
Hell
what you
yeah.
mean? Nice.
Yeah.
You need the, yeah. You need the switchblade comb. So you can be like, and then,
The switchblade comb.
hell yeah.
If you want to buy one for me, I will take it as a gift.
I mean, I would, but it's kind of already going to be past Halloween by the time it gets to you.
There's always next year.
That's true. Are you going to do the same thing again next year?
I've been doing it on and off for 10 years.
Damn.
All right, so the real question, Ed, is did you own the leather jacket before Halloween?
Yes, I did.
Now, did you have that jacket for things like Halloween, or was it a personal
No,
investment?
It was a personal investment. I picked it up at some point. I think I picked it up when I was 18.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, of course, Midget with all the nice talk. So let Ed set your pants. Great. I'm so glad he's a moderator.
Yeah, we got to take that away from him.
Set your pansy asses straight on this stupid impeachment thing. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
all right. I don't really want to talk about politics tonight, because tonight
This is a
it's
special
not about
occasion.
politics. It is about children and giving them
Yeah, it's
medicines,
just,
helping them get
Midget
through
needs a-
cancer and whatnot.
Midget's got to have a reason.
We have raised $155 for St. Jude's, guys. Please keep donating.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Only
more than
$155. Start blasting that on Twitter. Get it out there on Twitter. Remind these people that these children need money. J. Edgar looking like Marilyn Monroe, all sexy. Now, I have had a few pictures of Marilyn Monroe, and I don't think she wore glasses.
I think she has some more hair too.
Right? Right. Sing happy birthday for us. Let's see how you do.
Say.
How's your happy birthday?
Not like Maryland's.
Happy birthday, Mr.
You practiced.
Pretty
President.
good at it.
Oh, by the way, when I did get this jacket and
By the
decided
way,
it was
hi,
for a biker
J.
jacket,
Edgar,
it was
Cameron,
all out.
Happy Halloween. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Am I gonna
Who
get
is that?
a
What's that on the
trick or
back?
treat?
Is that a Hell's
It's
Angels?
actually a trick, Linda. We're actually not even here.
Wish I could hear what you're saying.
What is
Yeah,
that logo on the
please.
back, Ed? I couldn't tell because Steven's coming in,
I
so
don't
you
like
shrunk
it,
down a
that's
little.
like-
Is that Hell's
That's
Angels?
both of us.
No, it's I think it's proud to be an American. Hold on.
I'm sure he's saying nice things about it.
You've had it since you were 18 and you still don't know what the hell it says?
I never looked at my back. Oh, it's God Bless America.
Yeah. He does that all the time. That's why he wrote us that Constitution.
Oh, Esteban.
¿Qué? ¿Y dicen
Hey.
on?
Trabajo?
It's pretty
Does that work?
bad.
Steven, we're looking at you, and
Yeah,
you
he's
are
frozen.
frozen.
He's frozen. It's a cool sombrero though. Ah, why? Why?
You got
it right.
I swear to God, I shouldn't have let you out of your rooms.
Right?
So, Steven, we see
He's
you,
moving.
and you have movement. Do you have voice?
Do you have volume?
Do you speak Spanish?
He may not be hearing
He
us.
could-
He's just nervously like shifting his eyes. It's like, how do we know that's really Steven?
He's like a spooky
It is
character.
really
I'm gonna follow
Steven.
you.
I think INS is after him.
Is it possible he is roosting on an egg,
Very well
and that's
could be.
why he's so sedate right now?
Is he El Pollo Loco?
He's moving pretty slow. I think he's on a delay.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, there
No,
we go.
there he is. Does
Pop out.
Andy Sudeikis does
Huh?
with all that?
Hello.
Just his face.
Hello?
Hey, Steven.
Steven, hey. No? Oh, it's moving like...
It's just choppy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We just got a whole
Maybe-
packet.
We got a whole show.
Hey,
So who are you tonight?
Wow, that was...
El Pollo's Harmon.
I got some of it right.
El Pollo who?
Pollo something.
El Pollo something. You know, with everything.
El Pollo Hermano.
Armado.
Ed'll pull your Hermano. There you go, Jay.
Oh man.
Hey,
How's it going, everybody?
it's going good. It's going good. Does anybody else think that with just his face showing that Stephen Ignoramus looks like Andy Sudeikis?
No.
No.
Yeah, you got to look closer. You got to look closer.
Well, wait till he freezes again and then get a good look.
I mean, if people are seeing J. Edgar and seeing Marilyn Monroe, I mean,
Yeah.
how hard of a stretch is it? Wiggle it just.
Well,
a
J. Edgar,
little
we
bit.
can see it. We can see the similarities there. So.
Right? Can you? Yeah. Is it the glasses?
It's gotta be.
No, it's just I think they're used to seeing me with a beard.
Oh yeah, you gotta stop shaving that thing off.
Well,
man.
Steven shaved his too.
You're next.
Ha ha. Nobody likes a neck beard.
I always trimmed around my neck.
It's because John said something.
Did
I
he?
mean, Jane.
Did Jane?
John-
Jane?
Dead
John
baby.
made fun of me.
Oh no! You made fun of Stephen
did.
Ignoramus.
I did. It's Esteban, actually.
So what did he
I'm
say?
like, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
So what did he say to you, Stephen, that prompted you to shave the beard?
Excuse
Because
me, he? How dare you?
okay,
He
what
said,
did
can
it
I-
say to you to prompt?
Well, he's like, when?
Wow.
That's also bad.
You guys
He's
are all
like, when can I
idiots.
call you a?
Demonetized.
He's like, when can I call you a basement dwelling neckbeard?
That's right,
And
I
I was
did
like,
say that.
tonight.
Yeah, he did say that.
I did say that. It's true.
Oh, zip the.
But-
Yeah.
But to
you-
be fair, I said that when I was still presenting as male, and so it doesn't count now.
Jersey Linda, that is Piff. Piff the Magic Dragon, who is Puff the Magic
Yeah,
Dragon's
Piff.
younger
Yeah.
brother. Piff that guy is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
It's some
he's
great comedy
Yeah.
from that little fella.
Yeah, he's
I love
good.
it. I love it. He was on America's Got Talent. In case you don't know, Cameron.
Yeah.
He dressed in a dragon costume,
Okay.
like kid's dragon costume, and then comes out and he's just all like, "So you want me to tell jokes or something? What do you want me to do?" Like, and he's sitting there. He does this. He's got magic incorporated with his act as well, but he's just real. Fuck you. Like just
Apathetic.
this really apathetic, and like they're
Oh.
judging him. Like he gets done with his act and they're judging him, and he's standing there and he's got a banana in his pocket. He pulls a banana out, stands there eating a banana, waiting on him to fucking judge him. He's like, "Hey, okay, whatever." I'm like,
you know
"God,
who
this
else
guy
was
is
great?
Oh, no.
Did you ever see The Amazing Jonathan?
Yes.
He was awesome. You know what sucks? His life now. It is garbage. I saw a documentary
Well,
on
what
it.
happened to him?
He did a shitload of meth, is what happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he apparently has, like, his heart, like, they showed, like, a thing, like, his heart beating, and it was, like, one tiny spot on the top. He's got some kind of condition where, like, only a tiny bit of his heart beats.
nice.
He's, like, super skinny now, and his house is all shitty. Like, it's massive, but it's completely shitty. Like, the pool's all overgrown and green and just disgusting.
Yeah, that's
Like, you go
a
inside, it's all, like, just clutter everywhere, just fucked up.
and that's a shame too, because his whole act
He was amazing.
his whole act was so amped up. Yeah, if you got a heart condition, you can't do what he was doing because he
Yeah.
was just crazy off
So,
the
I mean,
boards.
he's practically broke now. Like,
Maybe he should be roommates with Gary Busey.
yeah, probably.
They'd probably do well together.
I would love to have lunch with Gary Busey and just try to.
Makes sense.
Pull one fucking rational comment out of it. Just one. My goal today is to get you to say one rational thing, you son of a bitch. And if I have to hit you with a fucking motorcycle
That was
helmet
gross.
to get
I was
in.
gonna say, I'd love to take a crack at him. You know?
Yeah, nice. But anyway, J. Edgar,
How we doing?
fuck Jane. I got a question for you.
Whoa. You
Um,
did not earn that right.
We asked this question earlier, or I asked this question. They didn't know the answer here, so maybe you know the answer since Midget is lauding your impeachment knowledge. Two things. First off, the inquiry that was voted on today, does that have to go through the Senate before the inquiry can go on, or is it just the House that has to pass the inquiry?
The inquiry has to be passed by the House and the House only. It does not go on to the Senate. It is the House tying themselves and all of the committees that are working on the impeachment together, essentially, is what it's doing.
And then if
They can't escape it at this point.
And then if they choose to go to an impeachment itself, then the Senate has to vote to go forward with that.
Incorrect.
No? Okay, so when does the Senate vote?
So what is going to happen now is the House of Representatives is going to conduct an investigation to the size and the scope of the Mueller investigation, possibly a little bit less. They're going to go through this for a few months until they feel satisfied that they have evidence where they can bring forward charges, which are the, quote, articles of impeachment.
Right.
Now, these articles stand as the charges as what you would be indicted with if you went in front of a grand jury, at which point they hold a vote as to whether or not they want to go through with each of the articles, and they will vote on each one of the articles. And statistically, at that point, the president has been impeached. Now, after they vote on it, if they all pass, or anything that passes will go over to the Senate, and the Senate will hold and conduct a trial. There will be investigation, everybody will be questioned, the lawyers will bring forward witnesses, and after that, the Senate will vote to convict or to acquit the president, which is what happened to Bill Clinton.
To fully impeach or to acquit, right?
That is incorrect. He's already been fully impeached.
Oh, so the impeachment is the process. So it's considered a conviction?
The impeachment is the indictment.
Right. So
the Senate will then go over and vote to acquit or convict.
Acquit or convict.
And after conviction, if he gets convicted, it takes 2/3 vote of both chambers to have a removal.
Okay, so he could be found guilty, as it were, of the crimes in the impeachment.
That is correct.
Yet still stay in office because the Senate didn't vote to get rid of him.
Both chambers have to vote to get rid of him.
Oh, the House and the Senate?
2/3 of both chambers.
Gotcha. So then ultimately...
That's the 25th Amendment.
So is it ultimately impossible to get him out of there then?
Yes.
I mean, 2/3 between both houses across the board, that's not going to happen, is it?
No.
All right. I can't imagine that it would be possible.
There's nothing to suggest that it won't go almost straight down party lines.
Yeah.
And that was the...
Well, and that's why the Senate comes into play versus the House. You know, where does it sit? Because the Senate is going to lean Republican versus the House, which is leaning Democrat, obviously, by the vote today.
Now, there's one other thing that you do have to keep in mind right now, and this is something that I don't know because of the changes in the filibuster rule and the nuclear options that were put on the table by Harry Reid under Obama. I do not know if impeachment conviction right now is a simple majority nuclear option or if it does require a supermajority.
Gotcha. Okay, there was one other question I asked, and I'll put this to you. Within the last couple of weeks, there was a lawsuit filed to try and stop people from having to answer the subpoenas to testify for this thing, and a judge ruled and said no, you can't avoid those. But she also said that there was nothing in the Constitution that says that they can't have this pre-inquiry investigation without a vote. But the precedent. And this is what Republicans are saying now, the precedent was set on the last two impeachment attempts by voting before they proceeded with any investigation. Does that hold water? Does that precedence have to hold water when it's not in the Constitution to have the vote on the investigation that's already gone on?
It does not. In order for that to hold any water, the House of Representatives would have to write a law, a resolution, vote on that and get a simple majority in the House of Representatives, and then that would have to kick over to the Senate and be passed by the Senate. That would be the same as passing a passage of a law.
Right. Okay, that's what I was wondering. So everything that's been done so far, no matter how much it's wasting money, has been done above board.
That's correct.
Gotcha. That's what I wanted to make sure. Because that's, of course, this is the argument that the Republicans are making right now to stonewall everything. Okay. So, moving on. What? I know you've been talking about me. What?
No.
I'm sure that both Steven and J. Edgar have some fascinating things to say. Don't know what they are.
Oh,
You.
yeah. No, I don't have. Well, it's either that or I kill the audio for the rest of the stream. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
all
all-
more important.
It's
than
all
anything.
right.
Now, if you want to get on your phone and call in from Discord, I'll get you on there,
Well,
and then you'll hear it all.
well, I might do that. I'll keep tuning in, but I actually have to make my great escape.
I figured you were going to be leaving. Cameron's
Typical
going.
socialist.
Always leaving early to the party.
That's
Well,
right.
Jane, it was so nice doing your hair and makeup. You
Oh,
look
thank
like
you.
$1 million.
I tried.
Robert, it was
$1
so
million
nice being on the
spit
show.
dollars.
Thank you for having me on the show.
No problem.
Jay Edgar,
Thanks for coming
Steven,
by,
thanks
Cameron.
guys. One more thing.
Thank
guys,
you.
please keep donating to St. Jude's. We have $155. Ooh, now there's a bear.
Yes.
Very
I
cool.
always knew Steven was a bear.
Very nice. I like it.
Stephen Ignoramus Bear.
So please, guys, keep donating to St. Jude's. You know, every dollar put towards helping children is a dollar well spent. So the more we can do, the better. Whoever donates, if we make our $500 goal, whoever donated the most dollars gets a date with Jane here. And she said she puts it on the first date. So
And somehow we're trying to call that a reward.
Only if there's steak and whiskey, though. That's the only way.
we'll show off the good. Sit up in your chair a little bit.
Listen, I don't need to impress anybody, okay?
You do if you want to get to $500. Flash a little leg.
So Linda says she cares more about the UN taking over the building in Utah on Sunday and calling it a compound.
Oh, really?
What? The UN? What building? Uh-oh. John.
I have not heard of this.
John.
No, I haven't either.
Can you
I
link
need-
us source there, Linda? That would be awesome.
Yeah, Linda, what are you talking about? I want to know more.
You've got a wrench, so you should be able to link.
And this happened on Sunday.
Did you guys give everyone a wrench?
No. Linda's just the only one been talking recently.
She's all alone.
Yeah.
Good night, guys. Happy Halloween to you. Keep donating. Enjoy the rest of the show, guys.
Cameron, thanks for coming by. Have a wonderful evening,
Now I
you
get
fellow
this whole
human.
Space to myself. All right.
Well, let's find out. Let's see what she's talking. Oh, you know what, Linda? You don't have to run. I think I've got it right here. I've got a story
we got
talking
it.
about it. I went ahead and tried to find something real quick. And my
Hold
good-
up. We got breaking news going on here.
Shut up.
Oh,
What?
do we?
Trump is officially moving to Palm Beach.
What? From where?
New York?
Well, out of New York. He's giving up his residences in New York.
I thought he officially moved to fucking Washington D.C.
No.
Well, yeah, that's his home for the next 5 years, but yeah, 50 minutes ago, Donald J. Trump, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House, is the place where I've come to love and will stay hopefully another 5 years as we make America great again. And of course, because it's Trump, that's in all caps. But my family and I will be making Palm Beach, Florida, our permanent residence. I cherish New York and the people of... And then there's a bunch of... He's making a big thread out of this. The last... Let me see what the thread says.
Does he just?
And the people of New York will always be, unfortunately, despite the fact that they pay millions of dollars in the city, state, and local taxes each year, I have been treated very badly by the political leaders of both the city and the state. Few have been treated worse. I hated having to make this decision, but in the end, it will be best for all concerned. As president, I will always be there to help New York, and the great people of New York will always have a special place in my heart. You guys got a new neighbor.
What?
Yay!
Ugh.
And yeah, thanks for trying, Steven. He said his internet's too shitty. Can't do it. Thanks for having me on. You're welcome, man. We'll definitely have you on when your internet is not so shitty.
Wonka wonka.
Yeah.
So you're stuck with this by yourself, Ed.
I think Jake was supposed to be on at some point.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Hell yeah.
All right, so here's the story Linda was talking about. So this says in the first United Nations conference outside New York City in the United States of America, the UN took over Salt Palace in Salt Lake City, Utah, and claimed it was international territory.
Wow.
In the process, they were shutting down a journalist's right to video. The United Nations in August procured the venue of Salt Palace in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah for a conference. The Utah State Legislature provided $650,000 for the conference. However, as a journalist attempted to video the conference, specifically one of the security personnel who is clearly a foreigner, she was told she didn't have permission to video the woman's face and that Salt Palace was designated international territory. In fact, this was take a look at this report from Defending Utah. In fact, this was referred to not as Salt Palace, but as a compound. The UN says they took over the building. The UN stated that the taxpayer-funded Salt Palace was now international territory where U.S. rights don't apply. The UN stated that the United States was outside the doors of the Salt Palace. The UN, who at best should have been a guest of Salt Lake, instead acted like an invader and denied a U.S. citizen their First Amendment rights. Okay, so before we go any further, just a thought on this. The UN is in New York, and that is it is considered international territory. Is that correct?
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, from the standpoints of diplomacy and immunity, etc.
Hey, Wyatt, what's up, man? Wyatt's in the
That is
chat.
correct.
Okay, so they went to Utah, but they obviously Utah knew they were coming.
I guess so. I know exactly as much as you do.
During the conference, pushing the UN's anti-family, anti-property rights, anti-American Agenda 2030, journalists covering the event were confronted by UN officers. Are journalists allowed in the UN normally?
No idea.
Any idea?
That would be on the discretion of the rules of international commerce, and I do not know international law.
Yeah, no idea.
So now they're calling it tyranny, and they're saying they took over, which I can understand. But it's not like they did this on a whim. It doesn't sound like if they had. And the state legislature provided $650,000 for them to come there, and then Salt Lake City itself chipped in another $100,000. And the Salt Palace was built by taxpayer money, which makes it a part of Salt Lake City.
Add Jake in.
Who?
Freedom Scoop.
Don't tell him what to do.
I'm telling him everything.
Know your place.
He needs to know his place as a cis white male. Okay, he needs to know his place because I'm obviously on the top of the progressive stack. Alright? So you need to watch yourself too, Ed. Sounds like a white name, by the way. Sounds like a white
You
male
can call me
patriarch.
Ponzarelli.
Ponzarelli?
Ponzarelli.
He's a Ponzi scheme. You gotta give Jake a tag too.
John, can you give me a freaking
Why
moment?
did you just call? Don't dead name me. Can you stand this crap, Jake? Do you hear this?
Can you guys see me?
We can see you.
Yes.
Can you hear
I can
me?
see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you, because I'm dealing with some horrible oppression at the moment.
Let me mansplain this
Horrible
to you,
oppression.
biatch.
Yes, you.
Biatches.
Oh,
Pluralize
God,
that,
don't do the
please.
thing. You need to stop, all of you. All right.
It's
Seriously.
not bright enough in here. You can't quite see my hat.
I can
Okay.
see your hat.
All right.
So,
It looks like cultural appropriation to me, though. Not sure exactly
Hola,
how,
¿cómo
but
estás?
it is.
No, guys. I'm Spanish.
Like actually Spanish. From
No,
Spain.
no. Like I'm being a Spanish person.
All right.
Do you
They
have
don't-
a big iron on your hip?
you don't look like you're
I-
climbing a wall.
I don't think the Spaniards
Spanish.
actually have a culture.
Oh, they don't.
Wow. Did
Maybe.
you just say that out loud on
I
camera?
think I did.
Wow.
Demonetized.
There we go. Thanks.
Now we've lost our
I'm not
GoFundMe.
100% sure on that, but I don't know. You know,
We're going to need to change the direction of these donations.
something
John
weird.
and I are-
Something weird is going really weird. Am I like all glitchy and button out on this?
A little bit.
You're basically the same you were last time. Yeah, I mean
No,
you're
I'm all
coming
hard.
you're coming through fine. You're a little pixelated, and
Also,
every
Wyatt says hi, Jake.
once in a while
Hi,
you black out, but
Blink
come
out.
right back. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
I
thing.
don't get it.
Are you hardwired?
I'm hardwired.
Are you actually
electrified.
hardwired? Then your internet.
Wait,
I am
wait.
actually.
Wait. Jersey?
I got like
Yeah, Jake, wait. Un momento, por favor. Linda says, I'm Spanish, by injection. I'm not sure what that means, and I would love an
I know
explanation.
what that means.
I know exactly what
Does-
that means. If you don't know what that means, you have no right being trans.
How dare you?
Does that mean
Do
that
you
she
see
has
this
a?
oppression that I've been just dealing with all night? And this is so much mental energy that I have to deal with at the moment, and emotional energy that I'm dealing with.
For someone who's
Emotional.
Pipe down.
for someone who's very depleted on mental energy normally.
Wow. Well, just because I'm a woman does not mean I'm stupid, okay?
Yes, it does. Yes,
you
it does.
you are woman. Hear you bore.
Here you be bored.
Is that Jake from El State Farmo?
That is good.
All right, so look at this. Look at this. Here, I'm screen sharing this.
Um,
Share. Okay, Yorkshire. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm still learning.
This better not be
This
more
screen.
elephant porn.
yeah, we've
It's
had
gonna be
quite
a
enough of
penis.
that.
See my computer screen now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do a
unfortunately.
speed test. Do you see this?
yeah.
It says 70 megs download, 8.5 upload.
So what's your
Testing.
point?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like I got pretty good
You're pretty
speed.
good now. You're fine.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's
Bitch,
because I'm screen sharing.
I'll show you eight and a
If you-
half of upload.
Oh.
I wonder.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't do it. You said this all the time, but you never deliver.
they never know that
I'm-
it's not 8.5. They never really.
Well, yeah,
That's
you know.
good though.
You know that's why women can't be carpenters, right? Because their whole life men have been
Why?
telling them this is 6 inches.
Ooh, there you go. Turn my gain up a little or something.
Turn your
something weird's
screen.
going on.
Turn your screen
Yeah.
share off.
Yeah. Turn.
Making me want to eat my tacos.
That's
You're
cultural
welcome.
appropriation.
Not your taco. Oh, here's
It's
your wine.
Chinese food
Well,
night.
I'm gonna
Everybody
have
knows that.
I need to drink the beer first because I'm gonna need it to drink this. Can you put this back in the fridge?
Drink a beer. I wonder if I can. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Cultural appropriation?
And the
That
horrible
we're on right
oppression
now?
that I have been facing all night.
Horrible
Horrible, just-
oppression.
You're right, just debilitating. Whatever the word is, you know what? Listen, okay. Just because I'm, a woman now does not mean.
We've
Well,
got
I've always been a woman.
we've got
But,
Danella Trump here.
Yeah.
Vanilla Trump?
Vanilla Trump.
Danella.
Vanilla Trump.
Oh,
I gotcha. That sounds good.
No, we were having a little bit of chat about the peach thing, but Ed set us straight for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He told me I was
okay.
right, but we were just talking about the UN taking over a building in Salt Lake City, Utah, appropriating it, and as like a compound, and shutting journalists out of it and making it international territory because they didn't want to hang out in New York for some reason. But
You
this
got me there.
it runs a fine line. So Ed, you were saying about the UN in New York, that's international territory. For all intents and purposes, that does not exist in the United States, and it exists as an international presence. So
Yes,
if,
it is. It's like an Indian reservation. It's ceded territory from the United States
right,
for the specific purpose of diplomacy.
right. So if Salt Lake City and Utah, in effect, invites the UN to come there, is the UN taking over a building, or is the UN just using the building that was made available to them, and they
I
are
agree
going
with
to
that.
approach that building the exact same way they do the one in New York?
Abolish
Who owns
the
that
US.
building?
Yeah, that's where it's going to be. It's going to come down to property rights ownership and what fair value is for the building. From what I saw in the article, it looks like they paid $650,000 in rent, which, given what I read about this palace so far and what I've kind of been looking into this as we go, that is not going to be fair market value for the building. Therefore, any attempt for the UN to take over, depending on who is at the head of the UN, could be considered a hostile annexation by a foreign body, which would be a diplomatic mess.
So I guess the real question is was this an isolated incident, or are they? I'm not seeing. I've been trying to read through and see if it's saying that this is like going to be a permanent permanent situation for them, or if this was an isolated thing that for some reason they went out. I don't know what the fuck they're doing in Utah in the first place. I mean, I would almost much rather be in New York, you know. If I have diplomatic immunity, I'd want to do it around as many people as possible, but...
Well, diplomatic immunity doesn't count towards a hostile annexation. You have to keep that in mind as well.
All right,
that is an invading force at that point.
Well, I'm going to attempt... I'm going to say the word attempt. I'm going to attempt to pull this video up that's in the article, and let's see...
Well, then, after this, we should also do a tarot card reading. What do you think? A little Halloween theme instead of politics, you know? Just saying.
I'll read your tarot card.
I bet you won't. You won't
I like
do it.
that idea.
You won't do it.
That sounds good.
I think so, too. I'm excited to see what lies in Jane's future, okay? I keep falling down this little dip.
Jane says... I've done that all night. I have been doing that all night. All fucking night.
I like that song.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, well, I hate it now, okay? Because
it hates you.
Sings it.
You should appropriate
Everyone
it.
hates me because of how I look and who I am, okay?
Yeah.
So
What's your
you
culture
dressed
say
up
about
like
that?
And then you dressed up like that and made it worse.
Oh, it's so much better
I
now.
really think I just want to hear John say just one time.
Whoa,
It's ma'am!
Do not
Say,
detonate
it's
me.
ma'am!
It's
At least
ma'am!
There we go.
It is, ma'am!
Hey.
All
Kind
right.
of gritty.
All right, I'm going to play this video. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if it plays. Watch it. Oh, I got to go to YouTube. And there's no volume.
Oh, turn off the camera.
Is it okay you turn off the camera and then I speak?
Oh, turn off the camera?
Hello.
Do I not have
This
a
is
right
the
to
video.
have the camera?
I am
I'm
not
giving you
working right
permission
now.
to check my face.
Please turn me off
Okay,
and
are
try
you a
again
public
in a little while.
servant or-
United Nations Security Officer.
Okay. Does
Okay.
this is my city, and so
Please
I have a right to
turn me
film.
off.
This is United
And try
Nations
again.
compound?
In a little
On
while.
a United Nations compound?
Yes.
This is a compound?
Yeah. Since Sunday evening, we took over this compound.
What do you guys think
This
she's
is
saying?
international territory.
I
When
think
you
there's
step outside,
subtitles,
It's US. Here is
I can't read,
international
though.
US compound.
so...
Well, I'm watching this,
The United Nations claims
the
to be
streaming, which is a
champion of
little
your-
bit delayed.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see her putting her hand out and all that, and she's saying, this is the United Nations compound.
Yeah.
The United Nations compound, question mark. Yes, this is a compound. Yes. Since
Right.
Sunday evening, we took over the compound. This is international territory. We're in
Which
a
it does
compound.
not.
Right. Now, hold on. I'm
Are
going
they
to
in a
say
compound,
this.
though?
Now, I want to put this out there before we get all strung out on the words that a
Compound.
person from another country is using. Compound is may not have the
Like
same
a
negative
compound pharmacy.
it may not have the same negative connotations in another country that it does here when you say it like that. Because when you say compound here, what's the first thing we think is David Koresh, things like this, right? But it's just it's like the English call cookies biscuits, and that one drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is some
Other
bullshit.
countries
They
use
need to fix
words.
this
Okay,
shit.
I gotta pause my camera for 1 second.
Oh, you're gonna go hit the bong real quick, Jay?
Right. But in her defense, she also said she was not giving permission to film her. She was saying, I would like to ask you not to film
But she was
my
also
face.
stopping her from moving forward
Sure.
into the compound.
Which is, if it's international territory, because the UN has appropriated the building under
Oh,
invitation. I don't know. It's a catch-22.
Somebody killed Jake and...
Who killed what?
Hi, guys.
Oh, that's
Hi.
Jake's prettier.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween! Finally, we have more feminine voices on this show. It's been way too long.
Right?
Okay?
Is that
Ridiculous.
Is that the way it is?
It's
Jane?
like literally ridiculous. All right?
All together now. Jane, you ignorant slut.
Wow, that is like super mean. Like, oh
That's
my
not
God.
mean.
Oh my God.
It's just a classic line. I was
Like,
just quoting.
literally?
I was just quoting a line.
Is
Don't have
that Mrs. Jake?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. I think we
How are you guys?
Good, good.
Pretty good from what I hear.
Haha.
I just figured I'd stop in and wish everybody a happy Halloween.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's awesome. Happy Halloween to you.
Yes.
And, you're welcome to stay.
Yeah, it's a lot more cheerful than reading contract law.
It's true. Yeah.
Well, I would stay, but I gotta put our little kids in bed, so
Who needs them?
figured I'd stop by before that.
See, it's just a lot better to see you than Jake's dangling balls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
So many on that hat. It's just.
Well, yeah. I don't know. No comment on that one.
She's hard telling to pick those damn things up anyway. Don't drag those when you walk, buddy.
Jersey Linda in our chat is saying great makeup. So
yeah, that is a.
Our chat likes your makeup.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
Jake letting the little wifey out.
Right.
And here he comes. Jersey Linda, where you play sport?
Here he comes. Stop talking about him.
Hey, Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Howdy.
Hey, Jake, we're raising money for St. Jude's. Did you know that? Happy Halloween, St. Jude's.
I heard
Kids.
something about Tree City, USA.
Who?
Tree City,
What?
USA. Tree City.
Tree
Are
City.
we raising money for trees?
Oh.
No.
Well,
St.
we
Jude's.
still have the link
I think
for,
them-
trees.
No,
I think them-
I deleted that.
Did
Put
you?
the
think
St.
them-
Jude's in.
No, I think them trees need money.
Both of them need money. Most
So
of
I
the
want
kids
all
do.
you people. I want all you people go to stjudes.com and you
No.
donate some money to save some baby
Don't do
trees.
that. Just go to the GoFundMe
Baby-
and the link.
We got a link to
Save.
GoFundMe.
The baby trees.
Save the baby trees.
right.
Just read what's on the script, Jake. God damn.
Okay.
Just awful.
All right, let me get this.
God, Ed even knew to read from the script.
Go to the link
Goes.
and get on the GoFundMe and save some baby trees. Save
I'll
them
save
baby
your baby
trees.
tree.
Yeah.
I think we need some of that Sarah McLaughlin, whatever her
Yeah,
freaking
well,
weird
I
name
you
is.
can't play because it's all
Oh,
like
you remember
copyright
me?
and stuff.
Yeah, we can't do
Yeah.
covers.
Can we do covers? There we go.
We can, 'cause we'll just get a copyright claim, which means that any money that the stream makes, not St. Jude's, but any money that the stream makes will go to the copyright holders. But we're not monetized, so we can do all the.
Yeah, we'll just get the video banned.
no, we won't get banned. It'll be fine.
We'll get a warning like we did the last time.
In the arms
Like I got for playing that clip.
of the air.
Yeah, it's because we had some Back in Black playing, I think it was. God,
Yeah.
fucking
Bam,
people.
bam.
Yeah,
Bam,
this is
bam.
crazy. These people.
And they won't do it to you on Twitch.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you
you
guys
can.
are too good for Twitch.
Yeah, but you can only show.
Yeah.
a little
We're
bit of
streaming
cleavage
on Twitch right now,
Uh,
as far as I know.
Ed?
Are you?
Like everybody is too good for Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch
It's
is
just like
garbage.
an alternative.
Are we on
That's the
Twitch?
problem.
You kids.
Alternatives. It's like, should I smoke tobacco? No, do an alternative. Well, it's not
yeah,
as good
we
as
should
the real
do an
thing.
alternative.
Very well, sir. I understand exactly what you're saying. And Ed, if you and Jake could carry on for a minute.
Yes, un momento.
John and I will take that.
To heart.
Take it to heart.
All right,
Yeah.
well, somebody sing me a song, like a Will You Remember Me song.
Jane says.
No. I have banned that song from the show.
Jersey Linda is leaving us. It's a shame. I don't want you to, Linda. I don't
Linda.
want you to. You're my favorite Jersey.
Baby, come back. You can
And
blame it
I've had lots of
On
jerseys.
Jersey
lots of
Linda.
teams, but you're my favorite Jersey. Oh my God.
How come the only thing I can read in chat is that a real unicorn?
Because you're looking on the screen, you gotta look at it. Something's up with my chat stream in the stream because I've had to go through all these hoops and jumps to.
And by the way, it was a real
reconfigure.
unicorn.
We had to.
I thought.
Fact check true.
It's not real.
I'll
'cause he
jump
didn't
through
leave
your
it.
hoop.
Oh, okay. So Jersey Linda
that'd be cool.
asks if I washed my hands. I don't know what that was in relation to. I assume when I said that I was culturally appropriating Spain, that I should have washed my hands.
No, I think
Um,
she figured out that you went to the can.
Oh, did I? No, I just stood here and laughed at my wife because I was waiting for somebody to say something about feminism and for her to go off. She's like an anti-feminist. She's great.
Oh, well, she would fit right in.
So, somebody says we're doing Terra cards. Are those like Earth cards? Like, is that the part of the tree donation we're doing?
Will you get off the trees?
I'll donate your tree.
St. Jude's helps children, not trees.
Children? What about baby trees? What about like baby infant trees? Like little baby, little tiny baby trees.
Wait, are you talking about having a neonatal front line unit?
I think we need.
When you say baby infantry?
Yes.
Infantry.
Yes.
Baby infantry.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We need baby infantry. Oh, yeah. All right. Baby infant trees.
So, yeah, we'll do the tarot cards. Let's do the tarot cards first. Robert.
So are they tarot cards or terror cards or
Tarot card. Tarot. The Aleister Crowley thought.
Yeah, show them off first before you start.
Thought?
Thoth.
Like I'm thought. I'm
All right, I'm
thought.
done with contract law.
Somebody needs to talk like Lil Michael.
Like who?
Just stop.
Like Michael.
Oh, I thought you were doing a Mike Tyson first.
Oh, no, this is Mike Tyson.
See, now I
Jersey Linda's got the right idea. Yes, that will be
Great trees, puffs.
That will be not happening very shortly.
Jersey Linda, they're called cheese puffs, not tree puffs.
Oh.
I like cheese.
And I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
I know. It's a common error.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot of people in the
No wonder my pipe is orange.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Cheese puffs.
I have seen it, and I can attest to that.
Cheesy
His
You
pipe
have seen
is
the
orange.
pipe?
It is.
Yeah.
That's a different live stream.
That's
okay.
That's from when Ed was smoking my pipe.
That's his YouPorn live stream.
Oh, come on now. He's at least.
Wait, is that not what it's supposed to have open right now?
That's the other webcam is streaming to that simultaneously.
Tell me this.
You have two.
I have duct tape that's red. Is that real duct tape?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Mallard.
It's more like Mallard, yeah. Mallard tape.
All right, somebody give me a terror card.
Shh. Calm down. I got 12 things going on right now.
You have two things going on right now.
Yes, and both of them require hands.
Well, you got two hands. Right.
That's your.
I can't do either one of them with one hand, John.
Well, that's your problem.
I can't do it all myself, John.
Oh.
You're gonna have
Sit
to help
on
me.
the left.
Yes.
Sit on the left until
When did you get the gangster flag?
No. First of all, you need to address me by my proper name before I'll answer any further questions. Thank you.
Its name is Jane.
That also my correct pronouns, if you will. I use she, her, and squirrel. So you need to make
better
sure
than
you
she, her, and chameleon.
It's true.
I'm going to call you Kamala from here on out.
Well, she is a woman of color, so I guess it's okay.
He goes by she, her, and bitch, where's my money?
Yeah. Because I am a badass
Now
bitch.
who's culturally appropriating?
Badass bitch. Right here.
Who's got a
I do want to give a quick shout out here because Ron Helton is in the chat. He's a big time regular in my chat, so.
Oh, dude, Ron Helton, welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, Jersey Linda's getting kinky over there.
I'm just going to say, Jersey Linda, I just need to know, are you actually in Jersey, or is it possible?
Are you anywhere near Florida? Or can you be?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe she's just taking a walk in the park and drinking chocolate coffee and talking about parking cars.
If you're happy with duct tape, blindfolds, and handcuffs, whoo!
I mean, that's a starter set.
I mean,
saying,
you know, that
you can get that as
a movie right
there.
there.
Got like a really cool turkey too. If you guys are talking about stuff on my desk, look at this turkey.
No one's talking about stuff.
What turkey is that?
Unless the other thing
what
on their desk.
country is that a turkey?
It was a turkey, and my kid colored it. It's
In
beautiful.
Turkey, maybe?
Oh, that's true.
Is that like a post-Thanksgiving turkey?
Yep, it's
But
beautiful.
wait, your kid's white, so it's not beautiful anymore.
Aww.
See, if you
Hell yeah, AC baby. I assume That
Atlantic
means
City.
after Christ.
Atlantic City,
After
gotcha.
Christ, baby.
Oh, okay. After Christ.
Oh,
After Christ.
Atlantic City. I love Atlantic City.
No, we don't talk about what happened in Atlantic City.
No, that's Vegas.
What
I'll tell you everything
Atlantic
that happened in
City
Atlantic City.
stays
Get
in
up
the
there and meet Jersey
northeastern
Linda.
seaboard.
Oh yeah, so Ed, you were asking
See,
about
the thing
gas
about
supply.
Atlantic City is the difference between that and Vegas is in Vegas, they pump oxygen into the casinos to give everyone a little bit of euphoria so they keep
Yeah.
gambling. And in Atlantic City, everyone just brings their own oxygen.
Yeah. Usually comes in needles.
Okay, so you guys know about Trump's Taj Mahal thing in Atlantic City, right? So he's
No.
going bankrupt after he buys the Taj Mahal. He's like $900 million in debt or something like this. I remember. I watched the video, and he's going bankrupt, and they're like, the bank's like, we're going to take the Taj Mahal. And Trump looks at him. He goes into the meeting, and he goes, I need more money. And they're like, you're going bankrupt. And he goes, but I need more money or I'm not going to be able to do this any longer. And they're like, no, you're going bankrupt. We're taking your casino. You don't understand. And he goes, no, you don't understand. You don't know how to run a casino. Give me more money and I'll run the casino and you guys won't have to do it. So you know what they did? They did. They gave more money.
You know what I just
And then-
realized?
What?
I look like an anime character. Look at me.
Why is this all about you?
Because I'm looking at myself in the camera. Because I'm obviously stunning and brave and beautiful. And I
You
just
and
can't
Matt
stop.
beautiful.
I think this might be the first night that I throw it up online.
I would not grab you by the pussy.
Well, good, because I do not consent. So, meh.
Yeah, but look how hairy it is.
You look like a dollar store Sailor Neptune.
All beautiful women
Hey,
consent to
like I
me.
said, anime character. They all look garbage.
They all consent.
Okay, I have a legitimate question
Although-
for Jersey Linda.
Sailor Jupiter, I think it was high.
Sailor Jude's? That's
Yes.
that's who we're donating to.
It's true. Sailor Jude's. Everyone donate.
Sailor Jude's is
In the
who's gonna
description,
save the
Check
tree.
the description for Sailor Jude's charity.
I have a
GoFundMe is there.
legitimate question for Jersey Linda. Jersey Linda, when you worked for Trump, the casino, was it one of the ones that he did lose? Because he lost what? There were three,
Something like that.
2 or 3
Almost
that
4.
bankrupted there that actually did close down, or did he manage to survive? Did they all survive the bankruptcy?
Yes, some of more.
I think that was the Taj Mahal.
And also, did you work directly for Trump, or like just
She just worked
at the casino? I assume, yeah.
She worked directly for Trump. She would have gotten a nice payout with Stormy.
Oh, that's
Notice,
true.
notice.
Maybe she did. We don't know. We don't know.
Oh,
She might have.
maybe that's why.
No,
maybe
that's only if she had worked under Trump.
Maybe,
Directly.
maybe
under
it's
Trump.
Jersey Linda because like he bought her New Jersey.
Oh,
Maybe she
yeah.
actually owns New Jersey now.
Dude, I'm coming to New Jersey.
I got
But
it.
isn't that just
It's
something
pretty low
else to
down
go
there.
bankrupt? I mean, it's just something else that's going to go bankrupt.
I don't know.
They
But
all
I just
close
heard
in
that
the
Trump
end.
changed his residency to Florida today.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
read
were
that
talking
in here.
about that earlier. Yeah.
Oh well, I was trick or treating
So-
with my kids, you bastards.
Well, who needs them, kids? Don't you know that they're overpopulated? We need to eat them. Why have you not eaten them yet?
Need to eat my baby.
We only have a couple months.
Because we don't have enough insane shit that happens in Florida to make us the ass of this country.
No,
Trump's going to come down
droopy
here and
dick of the
amp up
country.
the volume.
I thought it was the penis of the country.
The droopy dick. We're limp. We're just like.
Does that mean Maine is the
Hey,
erect dick?
just remember this. The penis tain't
Maine
far
is
from the
bulging
asshole.
eyes.
The penis tain't far from the asshole.
Well, that would be Texas, wouldn't it? Wyatt, sorry. You're in the taint.
Oh, I would think it'd be California.
Okay, how
Well,
far
that would
is
be
your
the asshole,
taint?
wouldn't it?
I mean, what?
Yeah, that would be the asshole.
What do you got, like a 3,000-mile wide taint? I
US
mean, come
does.
on, buddy.
The U.S.
I
does.
think he does. He works for International.
Wow.
Wow. All right, so I hope St. Jude's doesn't watch this stream
I
and
know,
just
we're being
takes the
horrible.
money and runs.
I would watch this stream.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know if anybody got that reference, but that was a really good joke.
So Jersey Linda,
I'm just saying, it was a really good joke. I laughed.
I'm laughing at myself like international.
It's okay, everyone else is
weird.
laughing at you. So
It's okay. It's just my hat.
So
I know.
Jersey Linda says he screwed a lot of people here. He is very hated.
Ooh.
Was
makes sense.
what's the big guy's name? I can't remember his name now.
You should talk into the
Are you
mic.
talking about the guys who sits on the beach?
No, the fat guy that was the Chris
Oh,
Christie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Chris
So
Chris
Krispy Kreme.
Did
Yeah, Chris
he
Christie.
screw Chris Christie, and that's how he got so fat? He was just depressed from a bad screwing, and he's just been eating ever since.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to Chris?
No
Christie?
amount of donuts will ever cover the shame.
No matter how many donut holes I fill.
That's right. There's always an emptiness inside.
Trump was a
Don't fill your
munchkin.
donut hole.
Oh.
Trump was a munchkin.
So,
I love how all of Ed's comebacks have to do with "I'll fill your,"
Well,
I'll blank
Oh,
your
yeah.
blank, and that's the
"I'll
joke
blank
for it.
your blank,"
Yeah.
"I'll lick your blank."
in it's in Ed's defense, he's going through a phase right now.
Ah,
He's going through a phase, so he'll move
I
on
went
to
through a
something
goth
else.
phase once.
Do what?
You did.
I went through a goth phase once.
Did you? Yeah.
That's why I was so critical of John earlier before I got on the stream for his
Excuse me?
eyeliner.
What's my name?
Jan. Jan.
It's Jane. It's Jane.
Jane says,
Ah.
"Call
Jane-
him ma'am
Do you
today."
guys see? Please donate to St. Jude's to end the great oppression that's happening to me all night.
Hey,
Please.
Jake and Ed,
Yep.
if you haven't tweeted this out, if you haven't let your people know what
Both
we've
of
got
you.
going on here, you're
All of
both
y'all.
fired. Fired, I say.
I think you need to go to my Twitter page.
I don't
maybe?
have access to Twitter. They banned me.
Oh, I do have an @ from Twitter. Jake has added us. Halloween 19 hashtag Halloween 19 charity live stream. Come watch us make fun of a crazy libs. What are you talking? Wait, hang on, no. Why are
Yep,
libs crazy?
Fun of crazy libs.
We-
Because everybody that follows me on Twitter
We're
are
just
Republican.
decent humans. We just have basic human decency, Jake.
Why aren't we just people, Jake? Come on.
Because everybody on my Twitter page will join us if we say we make fun of crazy libs.
I don't know. We would never.
And I
make
will
fun of
gladly make fun of crazy libs, just so you know. Hey, did you guys see my tweet today? I had a really awesome tweet I really liked.
Which
Not
one?
to toot my own tweet. I said,
I like that too.
how much do you have to pay to get your free candy at Bernie Sanders' house?
70%.
I thought that was pretty good. And then I said, if a
I just
trick-or-treater
guessed.
knocks on Pelosi's door, how do they know if she's wearing a scary costume or not?
Yes, that's that one qualifies as mildly lame.
Wait, was there a punchline to that, or was that the punchline?
Yeah, it was mildly lame, but somebody said, but they can't get past her wall. So that was pretty good.
Sorry.
I don't know. I think that we need to pick this stream up. Like, let's get some
Yes.
music. Come on,
Let's
Ed,
get
sing me a
something.
song, please.
Well, damn
Please.
it, that was the only downside to Steve, and one of the downsides
Yeah,
to Steve
Steven
not
was
be able
supposed
to
to
get
provide
in
us music.
because he can provide stuff that's not copyrighted.
Right.
Jake, go to DC and fix Steven's internet.
Quick. Go, quick. The world depends on you.
I've got a really long Cat 6 cable, but I don't think
Good
it's
enough.
that long.
Well, add more extended.
Oh, it's that long.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
is it?
I just this really cool video just popped up on my screen. Meet the mole people living beneath the Las Vegas Strip.
Dude,
Now I
badass.
kind of want to watch it.
I thought that was the premise for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. The next one is Office Space, the Bob's Interview Typical Day.
Office Space. Yeah, that was a great one. Great movie.
There are some really interesting things that have just all of a sudden become in my YouTube stream. I think YouTube.
What kind of crap are you watching?
I don't know. Nothing really. Just you guys. And apparently the best white rapper freestyle just popped up. Little Dicky, Mac Miller, Eminem, G-Eazy, Machine Gun Kelly.
Ooh, Jersey Linda used to work at the Playboy Casino.
Ooh.
I like it. F couldn't get his casino license, and Trump bought us and promised us all jobs, and didn't.
And he didn't give you a job?
Maybe not.
Did he promise
All right,
you
if you're
directly?
leaving us, Linda, I'm sad to see you go because you're a bright spot in this miasma of blackness
Right.
that I seem to be engulfed
One of the
in.
best chatters I've ever seen in my life. Please
You
don't go.
make me happy
Please
in,
don't go.
in my happier places.
Can everyone hear that shitty music that Robert's playing? kind of weird though.
No.
You don't hear it on the stream?
Nope.
That's why we were dancing a second ago.
Oh,
You guys on the
I know
stream.
why. I know why. John broke it.
I didn't do nothing, and I'm also not
Damn it,
John,
John.
so
Or she broke it.
there you go.
No, it should be kicking out.
Stop dead naming me. It's horrible.
I can hear it on YouTube. I just unmuted the stream for a second, but
Oh,
I've
well,
got
I
that's
can't hear it
yeah.
through Discord.
Yeah, it's on the stream, so it's there for the
Really bad
people.
soundboard.
It's there for the people, but
Is it by the people and for the people?
It's by some people, and for whoever wants to listen to it.
And 4 other people.
For some
By
other people.
some-
I
people
love
are
it. We
for
twisted her arm. She's saying, I love it when a woman tells me that a little bit of pain will keep her around. Oh,
Yay,
I love it.
Linda.
That's my favorite kind of girl.
Hooray. Alright. So, do we want to do tarot cards now?
Right.
Tarot cards.
So we can do this. See if you can get your camera adjusted.
Well, we should put some more ominous music on for this. Rather
Well,
than...
do you have something ominous in mind, John? Do you got something in hand? On hand?
YouTube knows all.
YouTube knows all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had nothing better to do while we talked about everything, so I downloaded a soundboard.
Do it. Make
Okay.
sounds at
Wait,
us. Make sounds.
Like what? Like spooky. Here's one that says spooky. This is Halloween. Ready?
Oh, God. Damn, that's loud.
That was really loud.
Rip headphone users.
Did you just get your old AM/FM radio out of your Boy Scout
I
backpack?
should've.
Is that what that
I know,
was
it
from?
sucked. That really sucked.
Hey, Kamala, I thought you quit that.
Kamala.
What?
I thought you quit that.
Quit what?
Kamala.
This is... I did. I'm gonna leave it at that. I did.
Alright, I'm gonna be done with this stupid soundboard because apparently stupid soundboards suck.
Well,
I think it's operating.
I know
right.
exactly who to pull up. If you want soundboard fun, I got soundboard.
No.
I do. I want some
We're
soundboard
supposed to-
fun.
God damn it.
Like, show me some soundboards, Holmes. Hey, your chat started working on the stream again, just so you know, Robert.
Did it? I don't see
With
it.
the spell check. Oh, nice.
Well,
Yeah, you
no.
did.
Yeah, I don't
Nope.
see anything.
I don't see it on the screen.
No, it's just my screen.
Wait, who's
Yep.
got blue
Don't
hair?
have-
I've got purple hair.
I'm-
But thank you, Jersey Linda. You're so sweet and kind. Did you see what she said? She said I'm the prettiest one in the chat. Oh, wait.
You are.
Blue hair.
Okay. Alright, so I want to get the debate with Ed. Ready, Ed?
Alright, do that real quick, because then we can do tarot cards, man.
Oh, are you ready to do tarot cards?
I don't know. He's fucking around with some bullshit.
Do 'em. Let's do them. Tarot cards.
Have a quick debate. Quickly.
Terror me. Oh, what should we debate?
John,
Ed?
while they're debating, you need to handle those a little bit. Shuffle them up.
Alright.
Don't get crazy shuffling with them, okay?
That better.
Not shuffle cards that are.
Oh, I'm gonna. I don't want you stacking the deck, man. Making me
I'm not, how do I
fuck
stack
up.
the deck? You're the only one gonna be
I'll
touching
stack
it.
your deck.
I bet you won't.
Just play nice. Mix them up good. Let
Present
the
it.
cards get a feel for you, as it were. That's the important
Oh,
thing.
is that what it is?
Okay.
I'm like,
You need the cards to be in touch with
I'm
you.
attuning to the cards.
Yes, that's exactly what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna sleep and listen to you guys.
Ah,
Spooky,
What the hell is
scary.
that?
this
What?
is, whatever you're
Huh?
doing, Robert, is very loud.
What are you doing?
I don't do
He's
anything
trying
loud.
to do a soundboard.
You wanted a soundboard, Jake. You're talking smack is what it is.
I am.
Anyway, so, okay, here's one for you. Let's see, Jay, Ed, do you want to take the pro or the con on this?
What is that?
I'm going to give you a topic. You just take pro or con. Let's see how good you two are at a debate.
Ed, take the con.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
Linda, do you practice Santeria? Have you got a crystal
I
ball?
don't practice Santeria.
Ain't got no crystal ball. But
I
had
went
a
to
million
his
All right.
YouTube
So-
page and I saw it all.
You didn't see those singing lessons, though, did you?
No.
I didn't. That was on Ed's page, but he was naked, so I tuned away.
You couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. All right.
I don't have a bucket to carry a tune in.
All right, so, Ed, did you say you're taking the con?
Apparently.
All right. So here's the topic. Gen Z is too young to have any idea about economic inequality?
I can't take the count on that.
You can. It's a,
You,
it's a,
that's
it's a thought
the trick
exercise.
to debate is being able
Right.
to argue the
You have to be able to
opposite
make the
side.
argument. Because, no, seriously, though, you do have to be able to take the argument that you wouldn't make, take the other side. Because that means, if you can properly do it, that means that you understand the arguments that are being made.
Would you
against it.
like me to
No.
take
It's not
the
coming
con?
from a place.
No, I do understand where the con would come from out of that. And
Right,
that
that's
would
all you
take
do.
some
You don't need to believe it.
what I took out of millennialism.
You can pre-disavow and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't have to actually mean it. In fact, it's better not to.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Sure. I can go first.
Oh, dude.
You're on the pro. Go ahead.
Sounds fun.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Listen
Always.
intently.
So what you said was Gen Zers don't know anything about the economy, right?
They're too young to understand
Too young.
economic inequality. They haven't been in the
Economic-
workforce long enough.
And I am for that. I think, yes, they are too young to understand it. Because Gen Zers are all worthless tools and they all suck. Fight me.
Hey, Wyatt, did you hear that?
Yeah, Wyatt. Oh, man.
All right.
Leave it to the guy from the salsa jar.
Right?
Defend. Defend your position, Ed.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
So, Generation Z is fairly young at this point.
Wrong.
From what I have.
Wrong.
Sir, you had your 2 minutes.
Sorry. You can
Cut
take
his
it away
mic.
for the next 2 minutes.
Cut his mic, yeah.
Cut his mic.
Go to commercial, that's it.
Generation Z, as compiled from most forms of demographics, started in birth year of 2000, and some of them are now hitting at 19. Now, I am not a collectivist, so I'm not going to judge the entire generation as one. I am an individualist. So, on an individual level, there are those of them who have never worked a day in their lives. And those ones, yes, would not be able to understand income inequality. They are the ones who have had everything handed to them, and they are the ones that are protesting the loudest on income inequality. But much like myself, against the majority of the millennial generation, I started working when I was 12. I started understanding what my income was, what taxes were, and what I had to do to try and make things better rather than demanding that the government did. So, not all of them understand income inequality. Some of them do, and we have to take this on a case-by-case basis rather than condemning probably 10% of our population all at once. Fight me.
Oh, two fight me's.
Rebuttal, Mr. Freedom Scoop?
Did you say fight you?
Yes, rebuttal, Mr. Scoop.
Yeah, his entire argument was fight me. That's all he said the whole time.
Gen Zers suck.
Well said, well said. Very eloquent. Definitely got his point across. Yeah.
I am, I will say this, on Monday night shooting the shit episode, when we come back, I'm gonna bring this topic to bear because this was really starting to irk me. Some of the things that I'm seeing in media about Gen Z, and I will say this: shout out to Wyatt because I think that Wyatt is a Gen Z that I can respect because he's one of those people. Wyatt from Roundtable Decision, in case anybody doesn't know. He's what I would call a truly woke Gen Z. He understands what's going on. He's willing to look into what's going on and figure it out.
Obama said, "Don't be woke." Yesterday or today, he said that.
He did.
Well, don't be SJW woke is what he means, right?
Okay, so what I want to say though, so I actually see prospect in Gen Z, or I was hoping I actually got that side because I think that we're going to see a more right-leaning or sensible-minded, in my personal opinion, generation coming up. I think that that Gen Z is probably the most conservative generation that we've seen in a long time. And I know that's hard to believe, but I think that there are lots of young conservatives that are strong conservatives out there, like Wyatt, that we don't normally see. I mean, we don't normally see quote unquote woke youngsters, 19,
Real
20
woke, right? Real woke.
Right.
that know what they're talking about, and you can go, oh man, this guy knows what he's talking about. Most of the time they're like, oh man, I really like my books and playing video games or whatever youngsters do nowadays. Yeah, man, sorry guys, I got out of breath. I'm realizing how old I am.
Yeah, old man.
Wow, that's just almost sad.
Well, the reality of looking at Gen Z, if we do take them at a collective point, which I do try not to do, but we look at Gen Z and we look at who brought them up, and a lot of the people who were brought up from Gen Z came out of the millennial generation, rather, I apologize, or the very tail end of Gen X.
Are you saying
which means
raised Gen Z?
Yes, some of them did.
Yeah, I'm raising two latter end Gen Zs right now, the latter end of Gen Z right now. And actually, through stepdaughters, I've kind of spent some time raising the early Gen Zs as well.
Aren't millennials only like 30-something, 32?
Yeah.
At the
I'm
top?
35. I'm at the beginning.
I'm
Draw the
29,
line
yeah.
between Gen X and Gen
What is
Y.
the millennial cutoff? I'm just
Well,
trying to remember.
the end of the millennial generation is anywhere 1999 2000 is what most places quoted at. So you think 20 years before that, so you're
18.
looking at 1979, 1980 for the next.
It's 18 years as a generation, Robert.
18.
So it's
Well,
82.
again, you do 18 to 20 is the range that you'll see in different places. Is why I usually just.
I thought it was just like if they consistently watched Cat Dog growing up, then they were a millennial.
Oh, dude, I definitely watched Cat Dog growing up. I definitely watched Cat Dog.
Maybe I'm wrong. I like that show. One fine day with a wolf and a purr, baby was born in a continental stir. No blue bunny, no three-eyed dog. Cat dog.
Epic.
Cat
Oh, I haven't heard that in so long.
dog. I don't know, they're back in town. Gotta get together, gotta sing this song. Gotta get to K9, little cat dog, cat dog. How do they poop?
Oh,
Have you not heard the shit that comes out of their mouths? I mean,
And Rocco's Modern Life.
Yes,
Modern Life
yeah.
was probably
They just
like
came out
that.
with a movie.
They just remade that. It's on Netflix. I have not had the courage to watch it yet.
The
I
Courage
haven't
the Cowardly
either.
Dog. Did you watch that yet?
Yes, Courage the Cowardly Dog was awesome too.
I see that. So,
What about SWAT
All right.
Cats? This is my real test. Who's heard of SWAT Cats? Who has watched
SWAT
SWAT Cats? That was my shit. That was awesome.
I think I remember Thundercats.
Thundercats. was
Thundercats.
awesome.
Ho!
SWAT Cats was my
Yeah, I remember
shit.
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats are real cats, motherfucker.
Yeah, no. SWAT Cats can totally
No.
kill Thundercats. Hang on.
No.
Debate.
Thundercats
I call debate.
kick ass.
SWAT
They're better
Cats
than
would
any-
kill the fuck out of Thundercats.
Hold on.
Shut
I'm
up.
gonna
Well,
take
there's a
it as-
technological gap there. So
Right,
I'm gonna
exactly.
take it- I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
take it-
saying. I'm not saying it would be fair. I'm just saying that they would just wreck
it,
him.
it was like the Pirates versus Knight episode of Deadliest
Right,
Warrior.
they're like, there's no chance.
The technology gap.
I'm gonna
Quick.
escalate
Edgar,
this.
quick.
I'm
What noise did Otto Rocket make every time on the show? Oh, John got it.
I'm gonna ramp this up.
Pretty good at this
I'm
stuff.
gonna say that the Thundercats
Watched a lot of
are
TV
better
growing
than
up, you
the
know.
Aristocats.
Oh, the Aristocats,
I don't
yeah.
know. Ooh.
Oh, see there. Oh, looky there.
I heard
Huh?
it, yeah.
Huh? There's your chance.
See?
The Aristocats?
Oh, that's
Come
right,
on.
Brandon. I remember that about you. You do like SWAT Cats.
I like the
that other one. Oh yeah, dude. I got a secret about Brandon. I got a secret about him.
The Rescuers. The Rescuers were fantastic.
I like the
The
Rescuers. a little bit.
Rescuers.
didn't
I
like
didn't
those.
think you would be old enough to remember that.
R.U.S.
My mom collected like
Rescue Society.
shitloads of
See,
like Disney VHS.
I'll give you the baddest ass. The baddest ass
So I had like
from
all
back
that
in the
shit growing up. My
day.
favorite was Aladdin though. It was always my favorite.
The baddest ass animal from back in the day, Ricky Tikki Tavi. Fight.
Nope.
I read the
No
book.
idea.
way back there.
Yeah.
That's way back.
You're
Nobody?
aging yourself, Robert.
I'm telling you, this mongoose
I
was
saw that once.
He was son of a. He was. Tell me, he was bad. He was a badass.
Okay,
He
Robert,
took
let's
on
talk your
Cobras, and he
generation.
was like, he didn't care.
Let's talk your generation. Did you ever watch
Do
Cat
your
Baloo?
song. Oh,
Cat
shit.
Baloo.
Wait, real quick.
There you go. I love Cat
Jersey
Baloo.
Linda
Cat Baloo.
says she's got to go do the beer run song. So I'm going to do the beer run song. Yeah.
What is the beer run song?
I don't know.
Gotta do it. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All
Sounds
you
great.
need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah. Great song.
What was this from? Like Hogan's Heroes? Or?
No, I forget who the artist is, but it's
Somebody
like,
in
it's just
Australia,
a
maybe?
country song.
She
Nah.
said, Jersey Linda said from down under.
Grandma's
The
got
cartoon.
ran over by a reindeer.
I remember that was awesome. I love that song.
Yep.
It's a secret that I could
All right.
sit comfortably in a chair. No,
Are
it
we
was about
ever
a certain
gonna get
TV
these
show that you
terror
liked.
cards?
Oh, get
No.
over yourself.
Got them right
Jay.
here.
Terror
Let's do
cards.
that.
See, read me a
Tarot
terror
cards.
card.
Read you a tarot card.
Will you
What
fucking
the-
take the goddamn cards? You piece of shit.
I don't know how it works.
If I'm gonna do,
I don't know how it works.
if you're gonna have a reading, I can't touch the cards.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. I got. No, I don't
So
remember
you're gonna deal
anything.
your own cards. We're gonna do
Okay.
a simple reading.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right,
So
fine. I'm gonna Google a Halloween
You
joke
gotta
while we.
try and get the camera set, John. See if you're
Alright.
technical enough to point a camera.
Well, it's not going to go down far enough.
I'll
It's
send
you the
capturing my awesome
It's
eyeliner.
simple, John.
Alright.
Isn't it
How
great?
hard is this?
Alright.
Boyslife.org. Here we
Alright,
are.
so what am I doing here?
I'm gonna read you one.
So,
Ready? I'm gonna read you a joke, and then you're gonna
Alright.
read me a tarot card.
Alright, that sounds like a good deal.
All right. These are Halloween jokes, John, or
excuse-
whatever your name.
Jane.
Regina.
Jane.
Regina.
Kamala.
Jane.
Kamala.
Please stop
Javina.
with the oppression. I'm just
her
trying to
name
read
is
my tarot
Javina.
cards.
Javina.
Jane.
Oh, I'm getting
Should
seasick
be
watching this.
the one who
What
touched
treat
it.
Do
Should
eye
be-
doctors give out on Halloween? What treat do eye doctors give out on Halloween?
Do eye doctors give out?
Do, 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 do. You can give up. Do, 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 do. It's called candy corneas.
Oh.
Damn, I didn't.
Boo.
I was reaching for something with
Boo this
ophthalmologist.
man.
Damn.
I was thinking that you guys were Googling it, so I was like, I gotta spill the beans really fast. I gotta be the
Who
whistleblower.
was Googling?
Yeah. Probably the
I
chat.
thought you guys
No,
somebody
no, no.
was.
You can see
I don't
us
have a
all.
keyboard, I can't.
You can see us all.
You're seeing exactly what's in front of me right now.
I cannot
I mean,
see-
I'm
I-
looking at the ceiling. I don't.
I can't see Regina down there.
Ed doesn't know how to
My hands are
type.
here.
So-
All right, terror card time.
Alright, what do I do? Just draw a card?
No.
Oh,
You're
Jesus.
going to lay out 3 cards, face
Okay.
down.
Face
and
down.
You're gonna do it on the horizontal.
What, like this? I don't know.
Do you know horizontal?
Yes, I know what horizontal
Horizontal
is.
to you. 3 cards.
Okay.
Horizontal in a triangle.
Oh, in a triangle.
Triangles are
You didn't say it had to be a triangle.
I just did.
Alright.
Before you put the 3rd card out, I said it.
Stop your bickering with each other! You're like a bunch of old married
Can't you
women!
see? You're tearing us
3
apart.
cards. Vertical on top of each one of those. Simple.
Vertical on top of each one in any order I want.
Anywhere.
Alright.
Holy crap, you guys are in the same room.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't that
I had to
great?
redo the entire setup.
Yeah,
Why do you
it
think
was
there's
pretty
been
fucked up.
technical issues tonight? Because I've been having to do streaming off online and streaming in-house.
For the
Do
first
what?
time, Robert actually has hands. We just
Oh yeah, look at.
I-
Oh, we've actually got. We could make this work.
We always see his hands because they always have a cigarette in them.
Oh, that's
Say,
true.
thanks, Ed, for having my back.
thought they were
And my
robotic.
lungs. And my lungs. All right. So, John, you can start with the.
And yes, Wyatt, we are in the same room. Welcome to the conversation. Anyway, what am I doing?
All right. So, these 3 snacks represent love, health, and life.
Love, health, and life. Okay.
All right. So.
Which one is which?
That's going to be up to you. So.
Okay.
So basically, whichever you start with, we're going to do one of the 2 bottom ones, and the left of the right is love. The left of the right is health. Whichever one you flip first will be love. then health.
Okay.
You're going to set this. The last one is going to be life, which is at the top.
Okay.
That's the only one that's set.
Does anyone remember that little foldy paper
Yes,
thing that
remember that?
people? Yeah, where you'd be like, pick your favorite color, and you blew like
I like the foldy
BLUE.
I can't remember how to make them, though. I was...
Yeah, I never made them. That was like a thing that
Find
girls
them.
did, and at the time I was still assigned
Sure they
male.
do.
But I would love to learn how to do it now that I'm a woman.
Now that you're a woman?
wanna
Whoa,
do it.
whoa, whoa. I thought the whole thing was that you've always been a woman.
Well, no, now that I'm
Now that
presenting
you're
as a
woman.
female.
See,
Yes.
see, now
I'm
your
fem-
little,
I'm
your
fem
little
presenting.
trans, your
No,
trans
no,
castle
Robert.
is collapsing around
Robert,
you.
you don't get it. You don't get it. You see,
Right.
being a woman and being female are two totally different
Right,
things.
they're both social constructs as well.
Yeah. And
No.
being a woman and being a girl and being a man, he can be all of those simultaneously if he feels like it.
She can be all those.
She.
thank you.
Well, she can be called a he if
But
she wants
doesn't
he
want
wants
to be called a he.
But what if somebody was like, "Hey, I'm a female
All right.
and I'm a woman, but I want you to call me he." They could do that.
They could do that, yes.
Listen.
Of course, and you would have to abide by that.
You would have
otherwise
to.
you'd
I have
be
to
able
tell you off mic,
And I'll get Twitter after you.
you know, my thoughts on it because they're kind of
Hashtag
graphic.
cancel Jake.
Graphic.
They are. I think I voiced it to John. It's a little bit graphic.
Jane.
My vehemence about this whole trans issue is really...
Excuse me, it's Jane.
Oh, Jersey Linda says, do you need a man pun?
Hey, that's actually very insensitive. Men can have periods, okay? It's just, it's science.
Periods of delusion.
The science is
obviously.
settled. That's how it
Periods
is.
at the end of
okay?
a sentence?
So I'm gonna pick. This one is going to be. What was the first one? Love, right?
Love is first.
Love is first. This one is love. Knight of Swords.
Knight of Swords. Interesting. All right, and then turn over life as well.
Was that a gay joke?
Life is this one,
Knight
right?
of Swords.
The next one over.
Yes.
It has to be like a certain way, right? Ace of Swords. Dude, I got lots of swords. This is like a dream come true. I want lots of swords. I like swords.
Do you really?
I like swords a lot, yeah. They're fun.
Mine-
They're sharp too sometimes.
Yeah, all right, and it was, say them again, because...
Knight of Swords.
I'm at that point in my mentality where I don't remember things.
Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords.
All right, so the Ace of Swords is not, it's not bad. It could be worse.
That was health.
Let's see. It is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the Knight of Swords represents the fiery part of air, man, active, skillful, and clever.
Of man?
And that was in your health.
The Knight of Swords
Oh, Knight of Swords
was in love. Yeah.
See, there's a man in your
See?
future, Jane.
I told you. Oh
See,
my God,
there's
I'm
a
so
man,
excited.
and you've got a knight in shining armor coming.
Oh. I hope he lets me wear it, because I would love to wear it some armor. That'd be awesome.
So with the next one, the Ace of Swords, that represents let's see, what do we say? It represents the greatest power for good or evil, but it's invoked good or evil. So basically, and that involves your
Good
health.
or evil.
So yes, you might meet the man of your dreams,
Uh-huh.
but it could be very toxic for you.
Well, literally everything's toxic for me, okay? This whole life
we're not
is
talking about
just
your
toxic.
personality. What we're talking about.
No, everything that everyone is doing to me throughout the entire world, toxic.
But you're going to meet a man who will make all that go away.
Oh,
And
good.
He
But he
will
will be
probably
toxic.
be the new toxicity.
Well,
that you
yeah,
deal
I mean,
with.
he's got toxic masculinity, of course.
So underneath love, flip the horizontal part because
Love
this
was
is
the
the part
first
that's
one.
going to impact what's going on.
Love was the first one, right?
Right.
Okay.
So what is that?
Abundance.
Abundance.
Nice.
Now,
I'm getting good cards, man.
So he's going to be hung.
Oh, good.
So that's
Excellent.
a good thing, right? Yes, he's going to be a very hung man. Is what it
I wonder what he did.
It's just
You're gonna have a Knight of Swords with a hung man.
Dude, it sounds like a dream I had one time.
Sounds interesting.
This one, no?
Yeah, go ahead and flip over the one under health now. Let's see how bad it is for you.
Ace of Discs.
Ace
Of Dicks.
Did you say Ace of Dick?
Yes,
he
Ace of
just
Dicks.
did.
Ace of
He
Dick.
just went there, I think.
And
Round
he sounded
Table
excited.
Decision said, I feel like Robert and John talk about this all the time. I'm
Ace
not
of
sure
Dicks.
exactly what you're referring to, and also if you could please refer to me by my feminine
Maiden name?
Jane.
But is
I'm
your
no longer
maiden name
John,
John?
and dead naming me is a hate crime, and you will
I
be
think
assaulting
John
me
is your
at that point.
John is your maiden name though.
Well, I actually don't have an
Pretty
argument.
sure.
It actually would be.
John is
Maiden
your
name.
free name.
No, maiden name comes from the patriarchy because, like, that means that you're like a maiden, something to be sought after, right? If we look at like stories and history, right?
Yep.
The knight was always,
You're a
you
maiden.
know, going and trying to find the maiden, you know, which
Yep.
means that she
Yep.
was a virgin, and I'm
Right.
not a virgin.
And were you?
Thank
You were not a virgin.
No.
You were not a virgin
You're
before
not a
you
virgin?
became.
No, I was not. I know.
But like, is this a virgin before or after you became a female?
That's exactly how you spell it, Linda. Jahn. Jane. Thank you. She even spelled it right.
Jane. Says.
Did you find my
Alright.
fucking Ace of Dicks yet?
Yeah.
He's-
You weren't listening, were you?
No, I was listening to Jake. He was distracting me.
So this is in health, and it talks about wealth of contentment. So while you may be in a mentally toxic relationship with this new well-hung man, you will be content in that. So you're going to make your peace with it. You're going
With the well-hung man.
Right. You're going to make your peace with it.
Nice.
All right. Now let's talk about life overall. So go ahead. And
Hey guys, just for those of you out there who don't know what well hung means, it means a large penis.
Gain, and I hope that's not weight gain, but it is just gain.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like the gain on Jake's microphone?
See?
Do we need to up it?
Gain.
I can up it.
We've upped our standards. Up yours.
Now you can hear me. Can you hear me better?
I can always
That
hear
better.
you.
The 9 of dicks.
Not in dicks, but it says gain.
Gain back down.
Look under game.
Dicks. It actually literally says dicks.
Does it?
It does. It literally says.
Okay,
dicks.
so another discs card is good for you. That helps, and that's 9. So we may have a size idea at this point.
Sweet.
Wait,
So-
someone's sound is very low. Is it? I think it's yours, Robert.
Who,
Yours-
mine?
Yeah.
I
yours
probably
is-
got away from the
'cause you're getting
mic
away
too
from the
much.
mic.
I know. I'm just so. I'm being attracted
Hey
to you, I
guys,
guess.
real quick, since we got a bunch of people in the chat, go hit like and subscribe and stuff if you haven't already, and donate to St. Jude's. We have the GoFundMe link in the description. Go do that because we have $155 total so far, which is awesome.
That's a great number.
But we need to get to 500.
I like 500.
And we only have a little bit of time left. I mean, I'm down to keep going. It's 11:30.
That's it.
I know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It seems like just a moment ago.
But we
I
can,
was
we can
listening
keep
after
going. I don't
midnight.
mind.
I mean, we were doing the.
It's only 9:28 my time, so if you guys just want to pretend you're here, we can go for a little while longer.
I don't care as long as we're raising money.
Yeah, as long as
All
people
right,
watch.
Halloween
oh.
joke.
But I'm just putting it out there. If Linda leaves, I'm out of here.
Oh no, she's in the same time zone though, so she's gotta stay up just as much.
Then she's
It's not
got
like
time
earlier.
for me.
Ooh. Anyway, what am I doing with this game card over here?
In the same room. Yeah, I was. Like I said, I'm attracted to John. Obviously, Jane.
Jane. Thank you.
Tran.
Wow. Do you guys see this?
Hey, Robert.
Yes, sir.
What type of music do mummies listen to?
Rap. Duh.
Rap music. Yeah, very good. You must
Rap.
have-
Oh, rap.
He is a dad himself. He can
Rap.
tell dad
Dad
jokes
joke.
pretty
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah. I have them tattooed across my back.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Jersey Linda says, "Please help, folks. They're holding me hostage. I can't leave."
Sure.
It's true.
Yeah, I have them tattooed on my back so that kids will have something to laugh about when I tell them to kiss my ass. You're not getting any money.
Yeah. At least they can, do some reading.
All right, John. 9
Yeah,
yes.
kids should read.
Now,
Kids
see,
should
this is
read
good.
more. I like that you're
I
encouraging
have a question.
kids to read.
Yes.
That's nice.
Oh, please, Ed, please.
We have an answer.
What deck are you using that you have a suit of discs?
Oh, it's the Aleister Crowley Thoth deck.
Okay, the rest of us in the civilized world say pentacles.
No. Well, that's okay.
Wait.
It says
People in the
discs.
civilized world use tarot cards?
No, they don't. They do not.
In the Wiggleized world. Wiggleized.
So,
Recognized.
what's my gain? What am I gaining?
So that card refers to inheritance, to wealth, fortune.
Yes.
Life
So
card, that's good.
yes,
Right?
excellent.
You're gonna get a
Wealth of
rich-
life.
That's right.
A rich
and
well-hung
Jake's
man.
gonna be part of it.
So now,
It's gonna make me
now
rich.
to determine what kind of things are going to impact that, or what you may expect along with that.
Oh.
You have to.
I don't
You
know.
flip the next one.
Yeah, watch it flip death.
Boom. Prince of Swords, dude. I got so many swords. I'm just fucking dishing out
Swords and
swords.
discs.
Yeah, but I'm.
So it's a sword and shield kind of thing.
That's
I see.
weird.
Is that weird?
That's
It
yeah.
is.
I don't like it anymore.
What was it? What swords were?
Prince of Swords.
Prince of Swords. That's actually not a bad thing because it represents.
Dude, I'm so good at this game.
Intellectual. See, all of this is describing like your perfect man.
Oh.
So there's intelligence, there's money, there's contentment, but something's going to be.
I ain't think none of this is right.
I'll have to tell you off mic because it has to do with that endowment.
I think he's gonna kill you off. And I think you're gonna be killed off in this episode.
Oh, does this sound really messed up? I do hear something.
What's going on in sound? I don't hear anything.
What is going on in sound? Is it me?
I don't know.
Jersey Linda
you
says
guys
sound is really messed up.
I can hear you fine, but I'm not listening.
Muted just for 1 second.
Some low, some echo, and
No.
too loud now.
Yeah,
it's yeah, we're all messed
I
up.
gotta make sure I'm staying pointed on this microphone because
And then I was
if I
probably
don't,
I was leaning too close to the mic.
yeah,
that
because
was
we've got
really-
two mics in the same room.
So
Yeah.
we've got an echo on John and Robert's end.
Yes.
Yeah.
John and Roberts.
In the chat, echo with John and Robert. Yes, we
we
know.
solved that the last time. we had that
Turn off one
solved.
of the mics.
I do not remember.
Do what?
You offed your co-host. That's how
Either
you solved
turn
it.
off one
Yeah.
of the mics or switch echo,
Yeah.
like switch your input to only one mic. You know
Yeah,
what
well,
I mean? So, like,
I could do that, but then we got to get close together because the mics won't pick me up from over here and him up. from
Well,
over
you've
there.
got an omnidirectional mic, so you actually could possibly get it to work off yours.
It might. We could try. it.
John's is
Watch this.
monodirectional. Yours is omni because you have the same one I do.
Yeah.
Because if I do this, go ahead, John. Talk. See if they can hear you.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
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 hey, you sound like you gained weight.
Oh.
That was amazing.
That was really good.
Does that help with the sound? Does that sound better? Is it making a difference?
I'm gonna unmute the stream here. So.
Yeah, I'm throwing it out there. See if it. Oh, look! Now Linda's happy. She can see John fully.
Yes.
Whoa. Turn that off.
No fap zone. No fap zone.
Oh no, they can fap all they want.
No.
All they want.
Not on my stream.
All the fap they want to fap.
Not on my stream, sir. We'll have none of that. And I use that term loosely.
It's obviously ma'am.
Jake.
There, I said it.
Jake, insert your next joke, please.
Yeah, do that because I have to go use the little non-binary room. I'll be right back.
If you shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with yourself.
I don't know. I'm still getting a weird echo on the other side, but that was just a check I did. Off.
Just a check I did.
Just a check I did. I don't know. One of you guys mute your mics and watch the stream back for a second.
Oh, you know what? I bet I know what it is then.
Yeah.
There's one other option that it could be, so I'll have to see if I can make that happen.
Hey, at least you've got options.
Right?
Yeah, just not just like one well-hung individual that will be coming for.
Well, you know,
Jane.
I can't count on John for this shit at all. So I've got to learn it all myself.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying anything bad about him. I'm just saying fuck him.
Oh, we know what you're saying.
Man,
You don't
this
have to
is
say
so
it out
much-
loud.
This is so much better now that Jane character left.
And Trump is moving to their state.
Yeah, he is. He's moving to Florida. Officially.
Yeah.
Ma-a-Lago.
I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Here you go. Here you go. Wait, a caramel?
All right.
Camel.
So now I'm gonna see. Now I want to see if I might have killed that
John?
echo. I'm hoping I did, but maybe I did. I don't know. So if anybody wants to let me know, otherwise, I'll just have I'll go and put my head under the tire of the car and have my wife back it out. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if that's what I've got to do to get St. Jude's money for kids. I'll do it.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah, things have escalated, John.
Huh?
Nothing.
All right.
I think it's actually worse now.
Jesus Christ.
Echo?
Echo?
Echo.
I think your mic is on that camera.
Oh, you think the mic camera is on?
Mm-hmm.
What about now? Is it good?
What?
Oh, maybe they can't hear me.
Okay, just say the magic word pineapple, and then I'll check. When you say pineapple, I'll know that it's not
Right.
echoing.
But John, talk. I mean, you can still be picked up on this mic.
Yeah, am I though? Am I still picked up on that? Pineapple. Pineapple.